going to go for a round two. He's going to go for the knock. Goes for the roll now. And he's spotted Sylvia. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Moving forward, trying to get a better position using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a one-person squad, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone and welcome to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by none other than Ocean Sharma, who's showing off his cool t-shirt that he has. But as I said earlier, this is the semi-final stage. We are done with the group stages and we have the top 24 teams from the groups now, which are going to be divided into 3 different groups and are going to play the semis.
I mean, the scoreboard's going to reset.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. So that is like a good thing. See, supposedly, it's, as you remember, 7Cs, they barely qualified. If the scoreboard would have been same, they would have never been able to catch up. So now they have a fresh start. They have a chance to actually prove themselves once again that, yes, they deserve that spot. Meanwhile, on the other hand, NHN would like to dominate once again. TDP would like to dominate once again. And all those things are going to happen with the points that they're going to get by each and every kill and each and every game. As first position is going to give them 20 points. Second is going to give them 14. Third will give them 10. And after that, it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till the 10th position. And rest assured is...
Yeah, it is going to be 1 point each for everyone else. And you get 1 point for every single kill you get. So that is definitely going to make the difference. As we have seen throughout the group stages, skills just changing where the teams are finishing in their standings. And that is something that teams like NHN, teams like TDP are going to look to exploit. But as I said, group stages are done. This is semi-finals and these are the groups for the semi-finals. We have Group A with Nepali Ho Ni, Rivals X, INES, Team Xtreme, Wolves Den, and a lot of good squads being divided. Trusty Process is in Group B, Elementrix is there, Rising Nepal X is there, Damn Classy, Deadeyes Guy, KTM Raid, Jyanmaara, Vibes are there as well. And Group C we have A1 Esports, PN Gaming, Salty Squad, Team Pyro, R3D Devils, 1971 Gladiators, Ultimate Bang, and Team T2K.
I mean, the 2 groups are going to play today are going to be A and B. And the match schedule is right in front of you guys. It's Erangel will be the first match, Sanhok will be the second, Vikendi comes third, and Erangel comes fourth. That means no high grounds. On top, you kind of need to be worried about that thing, to be honest, because there are no high grounds out in this one, because Miramar is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen, for you. So but this kind of, means if you do bad in first Erangel, will be having a good chance in the second Erangel. And talking about today's groups, Group A and B are going to be the one that are going to compete today. So I think it's kind of a good chance for them to actually step up their game in the early stages.
Yeah, early stages, as we talked about this, you need to set up a momentum for yourself. Because talking about momentum, A1 Esports, the first day they dominated every other team that were playing with them. And that resulted in them just maintaining that top 8 standing. Because later on, every single game they played, apart from the first 2 chicken dinners that they had, was sort of mid of the table performance coming in from their side. But because of the amounts of points that they already accumulated in the first 2 games, they never dropped below the first top 8. And that was something impressive from the side of A1 Esports. On the other sides, we had teams like TDP, who started out quite slow, but in the later stages of the group stages, just stepped it up. And by the time they had played their final game, they were sitting on the first position. But Nepali Ho Ni was still left to play. They came, they played, they conquered. Then Nepali Ho Ni were first and TDP ended up finishing second.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the things that actually happened, because TDP, they were racking up the charts, and they were trying to do it in a really good way. And Nepali Ho Ni was out there. We were hoping that Nepali Ho Ni would be, getting those 100-point marks and all those things. But then that thing kind of fell apart, but still Nepali Ho Ni will be having a chance now. And meanwhile, as you said, A1 Esports, they are not playing today as they are the first team in Group C. That means Group A and B. And Group A comprises of the first team of the yesterday, that is Nepali Ho Ni, alongside 7C. So that means a huge competition. And if 7C takes up that fight. I would like to see what happens if TDP comes into the equation.
Yeah.
In the latest stage, I would like to see what happens. And depending upon the fact that you will be playing 2 Erangels, so the first match is gonna be a match that where you understand the mentalities, that how these teams have prepared since the qualifier stage for the semi-finals. The second map is gonna be a good one because obviously Sanhok, the fast-paced thing that we always say, and then Vikendi, and then once again Erangel. So if you had a bad Erangel, you can make it up as a good Erangel in the final match.
Yeah, because you have to be careful. You'll be playing like for the next 6 days. You'll be watching your opponents as well, and you don't want to get gassed out or burnt out too early on. Like if you go guns blazing from the get-go, by the time you play your last game, you are going to be pretty much tired because the stress is going to be there as well. This is PMCO, after all, one of the biggest mobile tournaments in the world, and you have to be careful. And we are in the second stages of this thing. We are in the semi-finals. Going forward, you have this, the finals coming in, and from there on out, you go play the Pro League.
See,
So-
it's a funnel,
Yeah.
right? What happens is you put up a lot of things on that funnel, but then there are filters, the stages that filter you. On the first, it's a lot of things. Then the fine particles go out of it. Then much more finer particles go out of it. But then all of that happens through your struggle, your teammates' patience, your teammates' performances. Each and everything matters, and that funnel at the end takes you to the best spot, and that the best spot will obviously be a trophy. That will be right in front of you. The prize pool that will be right in front of you. The World League, the big leagues, the bigger names, the biggest names of the stage in the era of PUBG Mobile right now. So I would like to see if a team from here, comes up. It's gonna be incredible, to be honest.
It is definitely going to be incredible. But once again, it's sort of the. I was having a conversation with my friend earlier about okay, teams that we are seeing on the top. TDP, Nepali Ho Ni are two of the teams that have already shown up pretty big on the international stage once before. Salty Squad is one of the same teams. Elementrix is there as well. But talking about the surprises coming in, PN Gaming, A1 Esports, teams from Bangladesh have been performing really, really well. And certain teams from Nepal, PN Gaming as well. They have been blowing everyone's mind and can actually contend and can actually contest with the teams like Nepali Ho Ni, who have all this experience with them.
And the teams that did not do really good and did not do really bad, like Jyanmaara, they had a decent run. Hype had a decent run in all of it. So these teams would like to change up their game. See, when we go back, I mean, I don't know about you because you are kind of busy when you go back home as well, but okay, when we go back, I look through the comments and all, and there are people, chanting their favorite team names. Hype, Jyanmaara, these are the squads that people actually root for. And we are in the first game, ladies and gentlemen, of this semi-final. The first game, Group A versus B. The plane path, the flight is boarding up from Severney to Milta Power, Novorepno, Yasnaya, Mansion, Prison, Shelter, School, Rozhok. If you want to go, Stalba's an open area, but Georgopol, you're going to have to do some homework to actually get to that area. And Military Base Island, I mean, Novorepno, you can go to that area, but then Military Base, it's kind of going to be a topsy-turvy cup. So we'll have to see which teams, which teams actually go there, which teams go at which direction, and where do the land as the teams are going to start up the land.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit interesting. But looking at the trajectory and talking about Erangel, I think On Top is going to be happy because there's this Everest that's there in the military base. Look at this on the southern side of Hospital, and that is one of the tallest points in this map. So you said he does not have a high ground. He does on this map, on Erangel, he does.
Okay, to be honest, if you guys know or don't know, I mean, flares are not present in this match, but when you fire a flare goes to a 200 meter point, and in Stalber it's going to be easy because 200 meters from the sea level, it's really fairly close, and the plane actually comes really close. And 7 CRUs, you can see he is actually gliding up to the area that is behind Georgopol, obviously Georgia City. So he's looking really good. I mean, they can actually loot there. Mask is out there, and Aruz is he's like one of our favorite, clutch players, as you like to say.
He is one of my favorite clutch players. That is exactly correct. Because this man knows how to stay alive when the situation gets tough, and that is definitely going to be required because all the teams are going to be stepping up their game to the next level. Certain teams would have used the group stages just as an experiment to try out different things and see if things are going to work out for them. The weird sort of strats that they have, weird role switching that they are going to try and do. But this time around, they won't be taking any chances because from here, from the top 24, we are gonna cut down to the top 16 who are gonna be playing in the finals, and you have to make it into the finals. Talking about making it, KS Ifti is not gonna be making it because there is gonna be a hit and run, and this is the scene of the crime where DE rated sir just murdered a man in cold blood.
I mean, this was like, he just ran
Yeah,
over.
ran
He's
him
like,
over.
no guns, no problem. I kind of got a car, and let's see if that does damage. Oh, yes, it does. This is your crate. That's something. Look at TDP Puffy. He is next to Pulse Duty and Dictator and Elementrix, Poo Poo Man and Mr. Hyosu. I mean, Elementrix. Incredible name. They dominated their competition, and Poo Poo Man is ready for it, as I think he has spotted someone, and yes, he did. Dictator has been taken down by Elementrix. Poo Poo Man once again wants to get into a fight. Look at him, Yeti suit. He has that Yeti suit. He's flaunting that Yeti suit, and with that, he's gonna rule the kill feed as Dictator is slowly and steadily going down. Scar L does a lot of damage sometimes at these ranges, and Scarl, you know what Scarl actually is? Scarl is a Scar Light. There are two kinds of Scar guns, Scar H and Scar L. And Scar L is a Scar Light gun, and Light gun is easier to carry. Scar H is going to be the one that actually has 40 bullets in itself and 45 when it uses an extended mag, but then that's not in the PUBG scenario. Elementrix Orange, on the other hand, for you guys, he is Mr. Ape with his clothes. And Wolf69, he is a swimmer right now. As you can see, he is on the underside of the bridge trying to swim to one shore or the other. We'll have to see, we'll have to make a take a look at the zone, that where the zone is.
Yeah.
We can see, because we'll have to see which team actually has to go to the zone area, as Wolf69 was swimming. Why? That's kind of a question. Was he trying to go to the zone first, as we are just 40 seconds away when the zone starts shrinking?
Yeah, but on the other side, they have to be careful from the players of the side of TDP as well, who are present in the close quarter situation with them. And we do see them like slightly on the edge of the minimap, but TDP is just going to get away. Right now, Wolves, the players are quite split up. But look at this, INES taking total control of this Novo area. That
Yeah.
was just they are just gonna be glad about this. And ooh, the last time they got here,
Yeah, TDP, INES, yeah, there was a scenario between them, a bit of a
Memories,
fight going
man.
on, yeah. Good old times, if you want to say. But then Machine, Tier, Badrev, and Evil Eye. Evil Eye was the MVP once. Machine, an incredible player. Badrev, he knows his ways around the corners. And rivals out here for you guys in Pochinki. It's a calm before the storm. See, every team is just like they're having their picnic in their favorite drop locations. Divine, Trigger, Slayer out there in Pochinki area. We'll have to see where Noob is. But then Noob is an incredible player. You remember Noob and Divine, they were MVPs back to back. GM Gunner has spotted KTM. Akshay not doing good for KTM. But then will he try to go for it? Will he try to take shots? Yes, he will. First shot, second shot, third shot misses. Fourth shot is gonna be, if one more shot hits, it will be the end of Akshay right now. But
Yeah.
then 40 bullets, and look at him taking that cover. And look at Gunner, he is trying to find him where he can, and he has popped up a first aid. His health is 75 HP right now, but Gunner with that gun is looking forward to take up a fight. But right now he falls a bit back, wants to look forward once again. That smoke has popped in, but will it be useful? Will he try to bait him through the smoke? Will he try to hit him through the smoke? He does not know he's there. Now he kind of does. He knows that he has lost a potential opponent at 10 HP.
Yeah, Akshay, he healed up, and I talked about this last time. We saw a clash earlier. This is still a 1 versus 2 situation. That time it was a 4v4, and this could just go horrible and turn against Gunner at any given point, because he is just there without his teammates. His teammates are quite far split up from himself, and on the other side, team number 17, they are all together. They are right next to each other. So if they decide to charge in on Gunner, this is not gonna work out for him. Over on the other side, 7C are just going to be happy taking control of this entire city. Look at how spread out they are. This is what you do. When you know there is no enemy to contest you in a certain area, you just take whatever you can, and then you just spread out and look for some better loot. On the other side,
Yeah.
communication needs to be on point, because if Pathetic gets engaged upon right now, the other 3 players, they are not going to be able to support him, because he was on the other side of this asphalt road, but now he is slightly close, so situation is still going to be manageable. On the other side, we see TDP, Mr. Thing, just climbing on top of a mountain. He has to be careful, because I think I just saw another team in the background.
I mean, maybe, but then as of now, yeah, because TDP Mr. Thing was out here, and there was
Yeah.
another squad of wolves
Yeah.
right next to him in this area. So that's one of the things. And look at him; he has to get to the zone like 800 plus meters. KTM Akshay, he was just barely survived, and now is using his buggy to go to the area. But he will be meeting his KTM players out there. But KTM and TX, fairly close to each other, team number 8 and team number 17, if you are looking through it. Demon, Niku, Kazi and Viper in one area of shelter, and KTM's other players on the other areas. Like, they are like, what, 150 meters far away from each other? But then as of now, if they spot each other, they are going to have a fight. Niku had a car. He just parked his car in a safer process. And talking about process, TDP, Trust the Process, is one of those teams that is currently fairly outside the circle. As you can see, the blue line along that their name. So that actually shows that they are outside the circle. As of now, just one player has been taken on. That was KS. That was from the team of KS Axe. So that one death is the only guy. But can we make it two? As Sincere was trying to spray on some players of Rivals. Rivals Noob is what he spotted as of now. But then look at this area. School. It's kind of a
Yeah.
not much players go out there in these kind of areas, but if you hold these areas, it's really difficult for the opponents to fight against you.
Yeah, but the moves from the side of Rivals is also interesting and is also really smart.
He's your
'cause,
teammate.
he was just being cautious. But as I was saying, Rivals just moving away from that fight and not engaging was actually really smart, because had they engaged, they would have wasted a lot of time just fighting two players from the side of DC. But now they can actually focus on making a good rotation and finding a good place for them to hide for the later stages of the game. But now Wolf69, he has spotted a couple of players for himself from squad number 7, but fired some shot, gave away some information. Now he is going to be in a bit of trouble. He has to hide. He has to be really, really careful. The good thing for him, once again, is that his teammates were there. And as I said, information being given away, and that to the wrong team, INES. Are they coming in his direction? He has to be really, really careful this time. And we see DC stealing Soapy out in the blue zone, 7C as well. On the other side, Elementrix, they are just about to make it into the play zone and inside the first circle. They have still a lot of way to go into the next play zone.
I mean, one place, Nepali Ho Ni, uncontested near around Yasnaya area. They see, if a fight comes their way, they are not going to back up from a fight. That's one thing for sure. But as of now, they are not seeing any fight, and they are fairly good in a good area inside the zone, inside the circle. They wanna loot slowly, and then they want to fight really fast. That will be one of the things. And INES Tier and Evil Eye, one of these guys is going to have an MK14 in their hands alongside a 4x scope with those level 3 stuff. I guess Tier will be having level 3 stuff, or Evil Eye, depending on who actually rotated first. And DC Pro Noob is rotating around Pochinki area alongside DC's other players. That was just behind him, and DE Shifu Sir on the other hand. As you can see, the cars are lined in perfectly, kind of alongside Illusion Sir, Reddit Sir, and Wadu Sir. They have spotted a vehicle that was really, really far away. See, I'll be surprised as of now if a single shot hits. But then you can always try.
I think that would have been some kind of a record if he actually managed to connect with those shots. But those were just random shots. We have to go back and see if they actually heard it. But now Rivals are engaging upon the side of KTM. They are right next to each other. And squad, there was another squad quite close by. Rivals Trigger, he's going to get knocked down by that Uzi, but Divine is there for the cover. And Ramos is going to be taken out from the other side by Slayer. He was caught off guard, and the position that they are in, Rivals, they will have an easy finish for Ramos, but they have to be careful as well, because the players from the side of KTM, they are present in the compound right in front of them, and there is a lot of open area. So Ramos is going to be finished off, but Slayer has taken a lot of damage in return. They have to be careful, because Akshay, Warhead, and another player from the side of KTM, all of them are there. It's Adus.
Yeah, it's Adis actually. But then one thing, I mean, why did Slayer go for a finish? He could have let him bleed out. No doubt he had 4 first aids.
Just because the longer he stayed alive, the more information he was giving to his team.
But then they could have, just stayed out there, just let him bleed. Whereas KTM, Akshay goes down right now by Rivals. CY in 1 second. Rivals looking up for the fight. And if they have knocked someone, I think it's a perfect time to actually go and charge in on that compound. Vibes Knight on the other end was trying to spot some players of 7C. But then, as of now, 7C's players are looking really good. NHN, Vcash, go lay on your screen. Elementrix Orange takes down DC Sincere and takes down Celix OP in just one spray. Mr. Yosu finishes Celix OP. DC, this is not looking good for them, as Poo Poo Man is charging forward. He is looking for an opening as well, and Sincere, he'll be left to die out there by Orange, as Orange takes the skill. Elementrix has 2 kills in their hands, and DC will have to run away. But look at this thing. Elementrix is playing with 1 substitution right now, that is Oneralin. We'll have to see if this substitution turns out to be really good for them, or kind of decent or bad, because at the end of the game, that's going to be one thing. And RN Predak has spotted Rivals Slayer and the other fellow members of Rivals, and they are trying to find that one opening. If they can pop anyone's head or body, or even can damage the armor. Second airdrop also has an MK, so 2 MKs in this area. Let's see which MK wins the fight.
Yeah, Elementrix, their sub is, they have a high probability of making that work, just because this guy has been with the squad for a long time, was with them the last time they played in the PMCO South Asia as well. But on the other side, Nepali Ho Ni in an amazing position for themselves, are going to be the first one to be in the circle, are on the southern side of it. On the other side, look at that, Vibes. They are going to have a tough time, just because from the northern side, they will have to be really, really careful. The good thing for them is they can spend as much time as they want in Yasna and not have to worry about anything. They can just hide in those compounds.
This is bad.
But
Hype is surrounded from each and every direction. Look at that. One area is KTM, one area is Rivals, and TX is really, really close to them. But trying to spray. It could have been a really good spray, but then Viper, look at him. He was spotted by KTM Warhead as well. TX is looking really in a daring spot right now. Look at them. One side Hype, one side KTM, and they are just moving in forward unfazed. Prototype is low on health. The Leon, he is an incredible player, but he has been spotted. Warhead has damaged him, but then he also takes up a nick of a damage, and Divine was spotted. Predator takes him down. Machine takes him down. Oh my god, that was good. That was a drive-by by INES Machine. He takes him down. The Leon actually takes Rival Noob in his hands. This is the third circle, ladies and gentlemen. 13 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, and he will be finished by INES Evil Eye, as he does not want to give his skill to anyone else. 7Z Maskewite also takes down one player, and Evil Eye was spotted by Prerak, but will try to get into a safer spot as of now, and I think he will manage to get it.
yeah, I feel bad for Predak with that. M16 for himself was trying to actually do a lot of damage to the players of INES, but failed to do so. On the other side, the car for the side of INES has already taken a lot of damage, is already up in smokes, but Elementrix just going on fire and lighting the entire team of DC in flames and fury. They have dropped 2 players, but can they actually finish them off and get those kills for themselves? Elementrix, Mr. Poo Poo Man, he has gone down, but Mr. Yuzu on the other side is available for the flank. On the other side, they have the entire squad of Hype in front of them. Mr. Yuzu, he's going to spot out Gurkha, and he's going to knock him down, but waiting for him to be spotted so he can finish him off. On the other side, Wolves Ironic once again just running himself over, and Arus is going to use it to his advantage and finish him off.
I mean, this is
that
bad
was a free
thing.
Kill.
Yeah, this is bad thing for Hype right now. Wolves Dictator on the other hand goes down. The Leon, he can also get some specific amount of damage. He is landing out from the wrong side of the vehicle. You should have actually switched seats before, coming out. But then Mr. Yuzu was spotted as well from one direction. So this kind of something, he's popping up a smoke, a really, really good choice. As Poo Poo Man smoke also goes down, and he knows that there's a car out there in that area as well. I think he's trying to move on to some area. On top comes into the equation, takes down Wolf 69 in an incredible way. SK49 is also trying to spot someone, and Wolf 69 will be finished out there. But I don't think so. That was done by TDP, and KS Sanhok has been taken down by TDP Perfect. KS Mehrraz and KS Reed are moving forward. The Leon takes on Elementrix Wonderland. This is looking really bad, and out there Orange is also present. Damn Classic gets eliminated on 16 as a car blasts out here, and the Leon is trying to spot someone as Hype Gurkha uses his first aid, his medkit. The zone is gonna shrink. Which side is gonna go? It's gonna go Nepali Ho Ni's side, as Nepali Ho Ni is looking really, really confident, and DE squad and TX are the 3 squads inside the circle. Rest assured, each and every squad needs to move. Look at Nepali Ho Ni taking up the center always. Look at them. They are rotating once again. They know that the zone is gonna favor the center every time.
On the other side, look at Vibes. They were on the northern side of this Yasna Poliana compound, but they decided to move out of it and are now going to be in a bit of trouble. But DETX and Nepali Ho Ni have already taken the zone and are going to be quite comfortable. They have all the time in the world to wait for the teams to come in towards them, and they will be planning their trap. They will be setting that trap for the other team so that they can finish it off. On the other side, if they actually end up engaging with each other, then we are going to have a King of the Hill sort of a battle situation. But now we have another team going down. That was Wolves Den being taken out.
7Cs actually obliterated Wolves Den, and TDP Mr. Thing on the other hand takes on KS Mehraz. KS looking in a bad situation, being sandwiched from two directions, and TDP does not want to give their kills to their opponents. Jyanmaara takes on KTM Warhead. Reed is the lone survivor as of now in this area. 7C Demon OP was also being spotted as JM1 was actually finished out one person on top. Would like to go to a higher location once again, trying to, do justice to his name. And Mr. Thing takes on KS Mehraz. TDP, I think a call has been given to them to move as soon as they can inside the circle or something, and that's one thing that they are going to try to do as soon as they can. INES in one compound, Rivals on the other one. DE in another building. Vibes, NHN, TX7C. This is a party in Yasna, ladies and gentlemen.
This is definitely going to be a party, but people are still waiting for it to start. Right now, the teams are just going in for those safer plays and trying to find those hiding spots from this health. Soneem, he's going to be caught off guard by the players from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. He has been dropped to 10% health, and Akish is going to actually knock him down, but can they actually finish him off? The players from the side of JM, they are retaliating. Lake has been taken down. He has been knocked down. Soneem, he's going to be finished off. The kill being stolen by Rivals. On the other side, 7C, they are engaging upon the side of TDP, and they are trying to fight one other squad as well. One of the players from the side of TDP has already been knocked down, so this is going to be tough. Demon OP from the side of 7C was knocked down as well, so 7C, they are in a clutch as well. On the but now trying to charge in and trying to find close to the door. On top is going to drop. Pathetic. The man cannot be stopped even on the flags, but Maski from the side of 7C is actually going to stop him. But here comes Puffy. He tries to spray, he tries to free spray, but another one is there, drops him quite low, but can he finish it off? No, Puffy is going to get knocked down. Utsarga, the only man left standing for the side of TDP. Can he clutch out the situation? Puffy is going to be finished off. Mr. Thing is going to be taken out as well. On top is going to be destroyed from this game as well. But Utsarga, he is still there. He can still take his team even further. All he has to do is survive 7C Pathetic and the two players from the side of DE. But DE, they are just going in on 7C, and Demon is going to be sent to his death by DX. On the other side, Rated Sir is going to drop 7C Arus once again. But players of DE, they just go in. Maski, he did not have a chance, and 7C being eliminated. Now they are going to look to finish off with Sarga, who was the one man from the side of TDP. He is still hiding. He hasn't given any information. He is still there just waiting it out. He has to do that. This is perfect.
Ooh.
But if he moves, if he moves an inch, he's going to be in trouble.
Look at the new circle. Look at that new circle. So many teams outside the zone as of now. They thought that it's going to shift to the northern side of Yasna, but right now the zone makes a tremendous shift. And NHN, really incredible play for the zone. They are trying to move into the zone as we are talking. Once again, trying to find a center compound. Rising Nepal is inside the circle. INES is inside the circle. Rivals X inside the circle. And Jyanmaara once again giving that having that circle advantage in their hands. Elementrix is moving from the southern side. They can contest Rising Nepal on that area, and Hype Squad was trying to spot someone else as well. Rivals Trigger has spotted one player from NHN, but as of now, Rivals is like, let's just play a bit safe because we are in the circle. We can hold this area a bit longer. Let's just try to hold it as the fights are happening. Vibes Knight, look at him ramming the vehicle through each and every area, and right now he stops. He stops because he knows that going forward is going to be something bad, but spots DE squad, and Vibes Knight takes down Vadu Sir as he was trying to contest, and Knight now takes down another player. KSX gets eliminated. INES machine goes on by DE. Shipu Sir's grenade. Viper takes on Vibes Knight. Mr. Yozu has spotted one player, two players, three players of Hype. Hype is in a bit of trouble, but then a counter attack comes in. Poo Poo Man, the lone survivor, for taking up the fight. Gurkha takes him down. Elementrix, Poo Poo Man goes down, and Orange, this is the end. Elementrix gets eliminated as Hype goes on to a fight right now. Your hype is real, guys, and this was incredible. INES tier on the other hand trying to find some players. Deadeyes Guys has also been eliminated. Oh my god, Pod is lying everywhere. NHL Lake OP takes down Gurkha YT, but still they are in the fight. Hype still survives to live another day. Prototype gets eliminated. Hype SK49, the lone survivor, surviving through that smoke as of now. But NHN looking incredibly strong as they're inside the circle. They're in one of the tallest buildings, the longest buildings, the best buildings, the best spot in the circle as of now. Rivals, Jyanmaara, TX, Vibes, Red Eye is taking a fight against the zone right now as he is slowly and steadily bleeding out as well.
Yeah, but on the other side, TX Demon, he's going to finish off Vibes Red Eye, and that is just going to spell trouble for the entire team. Vikash, he's going to be spotted out, but Rivals Trigger, oh boy, this man missed all the shots. What are you doing, Trigger? You can't do that in this situation at this level. You have to make sure that if you press the trigger, the bullet is going to connect. On the other side, Lakhe OP is just taking a lot of damage. Is going to be dropped to 60% health. But now, look at this. This is so interesting. KTM, they are going to be safe. RN is going to be safe. Hype SK is going to be quite safe because they are far away. On the other side, all the other teams in those compounds, they are going to be in a lot of trouble just because they are so close to each other. One shot is going to be a lot of information given. And RN is the only team now in the next circle. Here comes Nepali Ho Ni. They have been the first ones to rotate into the play zone every time the circle has been made, but this time they have to be careful. Once again, Vikash, he is going to be the first one to go in. He is going to be the entry for his team, and he trying to go for SK. I think that actually might be a wise idea because you will get one kill at least for your team even if you go die.
Easy one kill. That's
on the other side, look at this. JM and TX. Kazi is bleeding out right now.
He cannot be revived right now, but all he can do is give the location as he has spotted Gunner out there. He knows that the Gunner is moving. He knows the whole squad of GM. Look at them. Wong and Nang, they are just lying down at that area. They're just trying to find a potential cover. They are throwing up their smokes and all those things as easy as they can, as in the early stages, as this is important right now just to move into the zone 6 circle, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. 10 teams and 25 people alive for the fight. NHN wants to move inside the circle as Vikash charged in, but then other players are moving behind him. If they find someone, that's going to be something. KTM Akshay in the open area trying to find a good cover, obviously bursting on the vehicles. RN Prayer takes on INES Badreve, but here goes for Prerak. KTM Adis has been taken on by RN in person. Team Hype gets eliminated as SK49 was the lone survivor. INES gets eliminated on the 9th spot. We'll have to see how all the fights happen. TDP gets eliminated on the 8th. NHN still a big name surviving. They are looking for a chicken dinner and not stopping anywhere before that, if anything. 7 teams, 17 players alive. Wong has spotted NHN's players, but will he try to go for a spray as he spots Vikash, but then the shots on him. This was bad. Gole spots him, takes him down. Gunner, the lone survivor. All other players bleeding out slowly and steadily. But will it be end or will it be his time? That's one thing. Look at Viper outside the circle. I mean, incredible. he's just doing something incredible.
Yeah, he's just going to try and heal himself as long as he... Oh boy, Ocean. The drop coming down in the middle, and JM Wang, he's going to be finished off by NBM Vkash, and once again, Vibes being finished off from this game. Arun Sonam was the man for their demise, but now TX Viper, he is still there. He's still using his healing utilities, but now he has 2 first aids left. He has 10 bandages. Those are going to be useless at this point. This is the 6th circle, and one more, and this man has no option
Can he clutch it to top 5 with this one? So. If any other team goes down right now, this is going to be his time. He is trying to go for the bandages, but will it be enough? Pops out 1 bandage, 9 remaining. Paul trying to pop out the second. Now it's going to be 8 remaining. KTM Adis goes on, and he takes it to top 5 because KTM Rage gets eliminated on 6. Oh my god! Team Xtreme in top 5. This was incredible.
Yeah, that was definitely incredible, and we are down to the top 4 teams. Lakhe OP is just going to destroy JM and making this game down to the top 3. It's rivals, Rising Nepals and Nepali Ho Ni. Once again, it is a 2 versus 3 versus 4 situation. Nepali Ho Ni with 8 kills to their name, and with all 4 players alive are looking to dominate just like they did during the group stages. On the other side, Rising Nepal, this time they are not going to let the lead go too big. The utility being put to use. See, this is the thing I love. In the later stages, you just go all out with the throwables. You just throw everything that you had everywhere you can, everywhere you think you will be able to spot out an enemy. On the other side, the nades they did fall a bit short in first. He's trying to find an angle, but that was just a mistake. Takes a lot of damage, was dropped to 50% health, and now all the players from the side of Rising Nepal are quite low. Nepali Ho Ni, they can actually charge in on this, and so can rivals. If they charge in from behind, as I say that, Slayer is going to drop 2 players from the side of Rising Nepal. Crazy, the only man left standing. He has to clutch a 1v2 first and then go for a 1v4. Before that, he has to revive his teammates. Can he do this? The man is still hiding while his teammates slowly bleed out. But on the other side, Nepali Ho Ni, they are going to do his work for him. They dropped 1 player from the side of rivals.
Along the whole horizon and just took down 1 player. That was something. And look at Crazy, he's going for a revive right now. Trigger can see where the revives are going, but will he try to go for it as Slayer moves forward towards his location? He's trying to throw a grenade, if I'm not wrong, or it can be a smoke just to keep the cover, but it's a grenade as it is near to the location of Rising Nepal. Takes out a bit of HP right now, but then the revivals are coming in handy. Trigger wants to know the location of other players. He wants to know the location of NHN, specifically NHN Kole, which is fairly close to him, who is right next to him, kind of. And look at that circle. Circle is really small. Circle is small, and Rival Slayer gets eliminated. Trigger is the lone survivor. Can he pull his trigger out in the right time? Because this is much more needed out here. He is out there with 0 kills, but his team is out there with 3 kills. Rising Nepal. Nepali Ho Ni. Vikendi once again charging in, moving in forward and slowly slithering in towards that victory as he slithers in towards Rising Nepal. Crazy can spot him from the right hand direction. In first inside the smoke. Sonam on one area. Trigger can be spotted by Sonam. If that happens, that's going to be the end of Trigger. And look at Lucky OP. That Scar L. He has had 2 kills with that. But can he make it to 3? Can he make it to 4? As Nepali Ho Ni has 8 kills in total. 8 people alive. 4v3v1 situation. Grenade comes in from goalie. That was a Molotov. Okay, Molotov does some damage or decent damage to Sonam, but Sonam has an adequate cover. Sonam would like to make that adequate cover to use right now because that airdrop is a potential cover. That airdrop, those guns, and Sonam was spotted. Takes it down, but Lakeopi gets down by Infers. That was an info that he actually missed, but that's out there. Vikendi goes down by Infers, down to 1 HP. He's using a first aid. Vikendi, that's gonna be something. Vikendi and goalie, 2 players. Akish is down to some low health, and Akish will be finished by Sonam. Oh my god, Rising Nepal, this is a good comeback. This comeback was needed. This comeback was yours. You need to make proper utilization of it. Lakeopi slowly and steadily bleeding out. A grenade coming in. This is gonna be something. Look at Trigger. Trigger
He's
on
still
one direction.
alive. He's still there. He's still on the minimap. And oh no, as I say that, the curse kicking in and Rivals is going to be taken out, but this is a 3 versus 3 situation once again. The side of Rising Nepal, they are in a bit of trouble, but in first is going to drop 1 player from the side of Nepali Ho Ni. And a lot of damage being done to the 2 players from the side of Rising Nepal. They are quite low, close to 10% health, but the heals coming in first. He was at 20%, but now healing up to 75%, and here comes the smoke.
On the left as of now. Nepali Ho Ni's goalie and Vikendi are left. They have made it to a 2 versus 3, which was once a 3 versus 4. The cards are in their direction, but back to Vikendi as Vikendi takes 1 player down. Crazy is out there. 2v2 situation. The cards are even. The playing field is even right now. Vikendi is low on HP. Goalie is low on HP. Meanwhile, Crazy is full on HP right now, and Infos has been taken down as it's a 2v1 situation right now. Crazy, if he gets spotted, that's going to be something. Look at Vike's health. He's going for a trial and a 1v1 situation. Crazy versus Goalie. This is going to be intense. This is going to be interesting. Goalie, can he spot him, or Crazy? Will he be the one that pulls out a Crazy? Infos has been taken down by Goalie. Goalie is going for a spray once again. First one of AP spotted this. This is going to be something. 0 bullets in his gun. 0 bullets reloaded.
No.
Man, is it reloading or is it not? That's a question. Look at him. He's just standing it out there. What's happening? What is happening? Playzone takes down Sonam. 1v1 situation, but Crazy and Goalie. What is happening? Yeah, now he was spraying on somewhere else. I guess he kind of lagged or something, but then look at this. Goalie and Crazy back to the even field. 1v1, ladies and gentlemen. This is heart-pumping moment. The first match of semi-finals. Look at their directions. Goalie, Crazy can spot him. Crazy knows he's out there. Goalie does not know his location. Crazy, look at him. Crazy has his angle. Crazy, will he take it out for Rising Nepal, or will NHN take it out? Both the teams from Nepal. One is Rising and one is Nepali Ho Ni. We'll have to see as 1v1 kicks in the final circle. And I guess he spotted. Goalie just spotted him. Goalie sprayed on him. But will it work? Whose gun's gonna place? Who's gonna stand? Whose crate's gonna form? From which side of this are we gonna see the free smoke? Goalie comes into charge. Goalie takes him down. But oh my god! Nepali Ho Ni on second. And Rising Nepal. What happened?
Oh boy. No matter who won that last fight, no matter who won that game, that was just intense, and this is the kind of performance we were expecting from the get-go. And the first game of the first day of the semi-finals, for that was just oh boy. Yeah, and the level of strats that these guys were pulling in that final fight was just incredible. Rising Nepal sending it in first to collect the information, Goalie finishing him off, and during that finish off, he actually gave away his location, gave away where he was, and then Crazy comes in, tries to shoot that. Luckily, Vikendi was right in front of Goalie, and like he dies instead.
This was not just a fight. This fight, trust me, I can say today this fight will be remembered in the history of PMCO semi-finals. One of the best first fights, one of the best ways to kick the first fight in, the first match in, and this is what the goosebumps are all about. The hype is real, the fight is real, the struggle is gonna be at an incredible level because the first and second position, first it was a 3 versus 4, came to a 3v2, came to a 2v2, came to a 1v1, and that 1v1 went to the final circle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a crazy roller coaster.
And in the end, it was just Gole stepping up and
Literal
taking.
goosebumps,
Yeah, man.
chills.
Like my heart is like beating really fast right now, but you still have to like think about it as to what happened in that game. Nepali Ho Ni once again just making those early rotations seem to work out for them. And on the other side, as I was talking about that last fight, Gole just built up some courage instead of lying down and just staying there. Actually got up and decided, all right, it's high time to take the fight against Crazy. But it was that spray control that you have, the difference between when you are actually shooting standing up and lying on the floor, that sort of came into effect because the HPs were dropping at the same time.
I mean, this was incredible, but then MVP is what we are going to talk about because MVP, you are the reason that your team is not second and first by 1 point. Sonam, Rising Nepal, taking out 4 kills and 778 damage. No doubt, see, alright, here's one thing. No doubt Sonam died a bit before the last fight.
Yeah, he wasn't even there.
Yeah. For me, Sonam and Crazy both are gonna be MVP because Crazy was the one who used his trigger for the last kill, even if he has one kill.
He clutched it out in a 1v2.
Yeah, he did it in 1v2, and out the survival time is 27 minutes 39 seconds, and the distance traveled is 6.37 kilometers. One thing that I would like to point out, two things: one about Rising Nepal and one about the Nepali Ho Ni.
Yeah.
Both teams were one of the first teams to rotate inside the circle.
Yeah.
As soon as the circle forms, they just sit in their vehicle, ignition on, boost on, inside the zone.
And sort of the level of rotations that came in from the side of Nepali Ho Ni were actually really impressive, sending just one guy in to see, because it was an open area. In an open area, there is always a chance that someone's going to be lying on the floor waiting for people to come in. And Vcash was the first person to charge in towards the zone, going in towards the side of Hype, SK49, who was there. But that was actually really smart because you send in one person, even if that guy gets knocked down, at least you get the information. All right, we have to be careful now when we go in here. We can't go from here. We have to find another way in. And from the other point I want to bring up is, once again, as I was saying, avoiding fight sort of becomes important at this stage specifically, because as we saw in this game, teams will not give you a single chance, will not allow a single mistake. Every single mistake you make is going to be punished by one team or the other. So you have to be really careful. Don't take useless fights, as Nepali Ho Ni did. Prioritize the rotation into the zone. Prioritize finding a safe space in the zone as well, based on where you think the next circle is going to be, based on how big the current zone is. You have to be careful about that, all that stuff. But after that, let's have a look at the standings for this game and see where the rest of the teams actually finished. Rising Nepal taking the first spot with 31 points. Nepali Ho Ni are on the second with 25 points to their name. First and second team, 11 kills to both of them. Look at this.
I mean, see, if Nepali Ho Ni would have won, they would have 12 kills, right?
Yeah.
But then still, 11 kills for both the teams. That shows the power. See, because after that, the third team, Rivals X, has 3 kills. This means the teams of Rising Nepal and Nepali Ho Ni are here to make a statement, and that too an aggressive one.
Yeah.
I would like to see
64 players in the game, 22 are dead right there.
yeah, 22 right there, and obviously, see, 22 are dead right there, 4 players in each team as well, and that's like one of the things. And obviously, they kill each other's players as well. That's also one of the things. But then Jyanmaara on 4th, ladies and gentlemen. Team Xtreme on 5th. INES on 6th. They had good amount of kills. Like 5 kills at that position is good. Vibes on 7th. Team Hype eliminated Elementrix in an incredible fight out there. So that's 5 kills for them for the 8th position as well.
Yeah, a well-deserved spot for the side of Hype. Were caught in an unfortunate situation, but unfortunate situations are going to be here as well in the bottom 8. Trusty Process sitting on the 9th position with 7 points to their name. KTM Rage are going to be 10th. Deadeyes Guys are going to be 11th. Team 7C are going to be 12th. Elementrix is going to be 13th. KS Axe is going to be 14th. Wolves 10 is going to be 15th. And Damn Classy was the first team that were taken out. And Damn Classy and Wolves 10, they were wiped out quite fast. Like, it just started with one player being knocked down, and all of a sudden, wait, is this team gone already?
Yeah, I mean that things happens, but those things happen. But then I would like to see. We saw Sonam already in the MVP, but then
Yeah.
who are the other 4 players that actually stood up for the game? Because Nepali Ho Ni
And
is going to
Lake is gonna
outshine in
be
that
there, I
one
think.
for sure. As you can see, Kole, 5
Oh,
kills, 626 damage, and out of those 5 kills, 3 headshots. That shows that he is ready for it. And if you show him his head, then you are not going to see your head after that. Obviously, that's one thing that's
because it's
happened.
gonna be blown up.
Yeah, it's gonna pop out a green smoke, and that's a crate out there. That's one thing. And then Sonam out there with 4 kills, 778 damage. Recash 4 kills, 700. Crazy 4 kills, 545. And Slayer obviously 3 kills and 791. Slayer did incredibly good for rivals, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Once again, Rivals was one of the teams who actually made it quite far into the game, were part of the top 3 and performing really well. As I said, towards that one moment wherein they actually had an advantage against Rising Nepal, and it would have been Rivals instead of Rising Nepal in the top 2. But Nepali Ho Ni doing the work for the other teams. They are like, hey, you guys can't take the kills. Okay, we'll take them. We'll add them to our score now.
Yeah,
They're ours.
we'll add that to our table and see 11 kills, 11 kills. That's kind of a number out
Yeah.
there. I mean, with the kill leaderboards. I mean, obviously Kole and Sonam, they are both at the top of their game right now. I mean, these both are from the first and second team. So incredible teamwork, incredible game work, incredible game sense from their side.
Yeah, that was definitely an incredible game, but we have more to come. This was the first game of the day. We have 3 more to go. We'll be back after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone and welcome back after that break to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia semi-final stages. We are with day 1 on and we are done with the first game on Erangel. Moving on, it is going to be Sanhok. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined by Ocean Sharma, and the last fight on Erangel, Ocean. That was next level.
Best fight ever, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
That's the best fight we have seen so far in
the
2020.
best fight. Yeah. See, to be honest, hats off to the teams. Rising Nepal, Nepali Ho Ni. Because if I would have been in a 1v1 situation, I would have given up at that point.
I would have, most people would just start chunking
Alright,
random nades
I'll
or
tell you one
molotovs.
thing. I'll tell you one thing. In a classic match, it's a true story. In a classic match, no guy or girl, I mean for that matter, no person can gets much scared of a 1v4 in the final circle as they get scared of a 1v1.
Yeah.
Because 1v1 actually has that pressure point on them. It's like, what if he spots me? Okay, 4 people are spotting, he'll be like, okay, I might not have a chance. But then 1v1 is like, what if he spots me? What if he knows where my pixel is? What if he sees my backpack and he just knows my location? What if I can't do that?
Yeah.
So even every single thing counts. And when the circle was out in the dead open, when there were no vehicle covers as well, all they had to make up of a cover was some grasses right in front of them. That was all.
Yeah, and then Gole just stepped up and decided, all right, I'm gonna be the bigger man over here, and I'm gonna be the one initiating this fight.
I'm gonna be the taller man, or I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the one who steps up in the fight.
Could have been. I mean, one person we know, if he had been alive, would have just gone for the higher ground.
I mean,
Yeah, but moving on, as we said, it is going to be Sanhok now. And Sanhok, as we all know, is a smaller map, is a map of aggression. Also, it is a map with a lot of snakes.
with a lot of snakes. So maybe on top we'll have to see if he gets up his fight, or
Yeah.
maybe this might be the map of Rising Nepal's players as well. Once again,
Or
because
7 CROs.
or 7C Arus, because 7C has had a good see I mean they were at 24th position, right?
Yeah.
But then they've had a good Sanhok, in which in one Sanhok they came out second position, where Pathetic was dancing at the
Yeah.
end. There have been so many moments like casting all these matches. I'm gonna enjoy all of these when it's all over. I mean, honestly, I personally don't want all of it to be over,
Yeah, we
but
just
then that's gonna be stretched out to a long
Yeah.
duration, right? No one will be wanting
Hey,
that. So
we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. But this
Alright.
is the first day.
yeah, we have a long way to go. This time, we are gonna be in this match. But before that, let's do it right. Fist bump.
Okay.
Yeah, because last
finally
yeah.
we are doing it. Yeah, yesterday we sort of messed it up a little bit, but now today the game on Sanhok is live and the trajectory is on our screen, starting from the southwestern side, moving through Painan, through Ban, all towards the side of Camp Bravo. Another place just like Camp Charlie or Camp Alpha, where hardly anyone ever lands. But on the other side, Boot Camp is going to be available. Painan is like right underneath. Their Queries, their Paradise Resort is going to be available. And look at this, 7C are going for the safer play. Elementrix just landing in their usual spot. And Camp Alpha Island. How many teams are we going to see rotating in that direction? Right now, it is 4. Oh boy, it is 4 teams heading towards the Camp Alpha Island, and that is just going to make this entire situation interesting, because all 4 of them are, like 2 of them are just going towards Hathe, and that is just going to be the first fight as soon as the game starts. But on the other side, Paradise Resort has been abandoned, and we do see a couple of teams on towards Boot
There
Camp.
are players in Camp Alpha Island, but there is no player in Camp Alpha. Meanwhile, Hype is going for a southern drop. Docks and Kampong, those areas are actually really good for them. And then on the other hand, Lakavi is taken by Rivals. Rivals have an excellent winning streak out here in Sanhok, as they managed to take down that fight of Query with Noob using that VSS. And on the other hand, the first blood has been drawn. As we were talking, as one player actually went down. I think that's going to be the fight of Camp Alpha Island, only if anything. And KS Hari takes down Rivals Trigger. Rivals Trigger has been taken down. Oh my god, KS Hari is getting spot on and shot on as Rivals. Noobs takes him down, and look at this. If they is using that, look at that thing. that's an incredible thing to flaunt. I mean,
Yeah.
look at this. What do you call it? A stick kind of a thing, right? It's basically a sickle with a skin on, but then it looks really good. Rivals Noob, the horse is moving forward to take down the kill of KS Reed, and KS Mehraz has also been taken down. Trigger is the one person that they have lost, but then I think they're gonna step up their game and they are gonna get good amount of kills. He's right behind you, right behind you. Yes, now you find him. That was a good one.
You like the stick, I like this mask, man. The horse.
I like all the skins that PUBG actually brings out because
Yeah.
some of them are really good. And look at Slayer. He's moving forward. As you know, the Sanhok is one of the players that is surviving out there, and Slayer is moving forward to find Sanhok. If he finds Sanhok, that's going to be something, but then Slayer is moving on one direction. Is he using a scooter right now? I think that's a scooter, and he is actually, because, faster movements obviously are going to give you a good chance of that. And Sanhok, I don't think so. He has a loot as of now. KS Mehra slowly and steadily moving forward. Noob is going to move forward. Noob has a good AKM thing. So AKM is going to get out a good cover. Sanhok, and where is Ifti? That's my question from KS. Where is Ifti? We can't see him as of now.
Yeah, Ifti has separated from his team, but that might just turn out to be the blessing in disguise for this side of KS, just because that man was separated. Even if Synox does get taken out, he's still going to be really, really live. On the other side, Ifti is right next to rivals Divine, and he has to be careful. Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought this man would be far away, but he has been cornered into a really bad spot right now. Does have that vector, so the rate of fire in the close quarters combat is going to work out in his favor, but Synox, he has to try and get away. Divine is going to try and charge and is going to try and find that angle. The grenade being cooked, if this goes in, this is going to spell trouble for Ifti, but Divine is going to rethink his entire decision. They can collapse upon Ifti, the players from the side of rivals. They have done this before. They can do it once more. It's just one man in there, but I like that they are paying so much respect to that just one player who is hiding inside that small hut. He is gonna come out, he's gonna spot Divine, but Divine is gonna tear him to pieces. And on the other side, Synox was taken down. So within the first 4 minutes, we have already lost KS Axe. That's just one squad going down. But look at this Slayer, he did take some damage. And as I always say, you have to be careful, because now you need to find some healing utility as fast as you can. Otherwise, if someone third parties you right now, you are just gonna be dead meat, my friends. On the other side, INES Machine, he has one compound, but the side of JM, they are quite close to him. If they spot him, he is gonna be in a hell of trouble. But JM, they have the higher ground. Do they spot the man running? No, he still has the huts behind him. Oh, a couple of pixels. I think Gunner might have seen his legs pass by, and the hints would have been there. If I am correct, Gunner, he knows there was someone there. But Machine, he is going to finally run away, and they are going to be able to get away. But the shots were being fired, so that might just be some information being given towards the side of INES. And Machine was actually spotted. I was correct over there. Machine did take a lot of damage, has dropped down to around 10% health. And the players from the side of JM, here they come. INES, can you actually take this fight? Machine is going to try and heal up, is going to try and be safe. But on the other side, he has good cover. He has a good flanking position for his team. If he starts shooting, he can actually surprise Jyanmaara at this time.
That is totally true. And out there, the first airdrop with that MK14. But Jyanmaara moving forward. Gunner, Wong are in one direction. Spotted by TS. Gunner is in the open. Shots on him. Shots on him. Shots have been missed right now. Bad spray. But Evil Eye manages to take down Wong. Gunner knows there's a player right in front of him. And Gunner is taking shots from another direction. But the Rave, on the other hand, has an MK14. The first airdrop, he has looted it. He's looking really good. And Gunner has no helmet. Really bad situation. But look at Badrave. Badrave is on the right hand corner. He is trying to move from that direction. Wong needs a revive badly right now, and if he gets it, that's gonna be a game-changing moment for him. But guns are pointing on him. Guns are looking in his direction as Jyanmaara is looking in a bit of trouble. Sonim is trying to move forward as easy as he can, and Nang is gonna give a revival to Wong right now. But look at this. JM is gonna be 4-man strong once again, and Gunner had spotted Tier, but then Gunner went down once again just to lie out on the grass area right now, because that is a wiser decision. And Wong is using his boosters, first aids, not first aids, bandages probably or something, as he is healing up for himself. And Padre, he can be a potential flanker right now if he needs to flank from one direction to the other direction, because that's going to be important. Tier on the other side is on the back end, and Machine and Evil Eye are standing in just one smaller compound. Gunner is trying to make a move backwards, but was spotted, has been damaged damaged a bit. Is down to 50-ish HP right now, but then will it be enough? Will he try to flank to other direction? He does not have a helmet. One shot on the head, and that's gonna be, he is gonna be smelling the grass right now. So that's gonna change the persona of the game.
Yeah, it is definitely gonna change how these teams are gonna look at that situation. But Brave, he's gonna be spotted out by Gunnar, and he is gonna be dropped to 50% health. But Gunnar, he was already fighting from a deficit. But Brave, he can take advantage of the situation because Gunnar, he still has not healed up. He does not have a first aid. He does not have the bandages. He has 2 bandages, but on the other side, Brave himself taking a lot of damage. He has to be really careful. On the other side, Gunnar is gonna be dropped by Brave. But now Brave is in a bad spot. Wang is gonna step up. Wang takes a lot of damage. He is quite close. He's trying to sneak his way in. He can actually revive his teammate first because they have the numbers in their favor. Jyanmaara right now. INES once again they were split up, but Ray was the man who was lagging behind, and now he has been forced to fight the side of Jyanmaara. Sonim, he has revived his teammates, but now needs to find a good position to fight Badrev.
Yes, and right now GM Sonim is trying to look into one direction as Badrev is right in front of him. Badrev can change the pace of the game. Badrev has that QBU, the DMR, that is specifically a Sanhok thing. And on top is making his appearance out there in this drone shot, as well as he is trying to get on top of each and everyone. And Wong, his health is low right now. DC Sincere is taking fight with Nepali Ho Ni. Badrev takes down Wong as with that headshot. So JM's Wong once again getting knocked, and Vikesh was spotted by DC Sincere, but then Reaper OP can spot DC Sincere. Reaper OP would like to take a fight in his hands. Reaper OP has dropped up a smoke. The smoke is going to help Reaper OP to get back soon as he can. Reaper OP, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3rd shot was on him, but he just missed it by 1 single HP. He did not have an HP on him as the shot just landed on him. Uses the first aid, pops up that first aid. He's going to want to try to move back forward, and then Wong spotted out. Wong has been taken on for the 3rd time, and 3rd time's a charm, because on top comes into the equation, takes him down, is trying to spot Sonim once again. Sonim has been taking damage from behind the area as well. Oh my god, Jyanmaara has been sandwiched, but one side from a squad and one side from just one solo player. And Lakhe OP is trying to spot Sincere as well. On top has been taken down by GM Nang. What an upset, and Sincere will be taken down by Lakhe OP. Easy headshot out there.
He was just sitting there, Sincere, like just I don't know what was going on, but on the other side, Vibes now, they are engaging upon this team of Nepali Ho Ni, but they have to be careful. This is one of the strongest squads, one of the squads that destroyed everyone during the group stages, one of the highest performing teams. But Vibes, they have the high ground this time. Anek is been already knocked down, so they have to be careful fighting 3 versus 4. Once again, the nade being cooked by Lakhe. Oh, Goalie is going to be taken out by Red Eye, and that is just going to make the entire situation even. Goalie, he is going to be finished out, but on the other side, Anek is still there. He can be revived. He can help his teammates out in this 3 versus 4 situation. Reaper takes a lot of damage, drops down to 20% health, but can this man still survive? He tries to go in for the flank, is going to go down the slope of this ridge and is going to heal up and join his teammates Vikash and Lakhe OP. But on the other side, Vibes, I really like this. Get a kill, fall back. That is going to... There is going to be a higher probability of you getting third partied, and not a team like Nepali Ho Ni. 1 kill is going to be enough, and plus you do not want to waste a lot of time fighting uselessly just because there is going to be a higher probability of you getting third partied, and now Nepali Ho Ni are falling down as well. But DC from the other side, they are looking to come in and seize this moment against these 2 teams. And Nepali Ho Ni, they have decided they do not want any of this anymore after losing just 1 play. And one of the strongest players, Gole, did in fact make it to the last stages of the last game. But now the nade that was thrown was just going to be in vain, because Vibes, they are not going to catch anyone. Nepali Ho Ni has left the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, Elvis has left the stage, something like that. I mean, left the building or something like that. But then, look at this. Elementrix, Poopaman, Shakar, and Orange in one area, and Wolves on the other side. These teams kind of started a fight in the previous games, Military Base Island, as well as Wolves was on that area, and they were trying to take a fight. And Mr. Hyozu is kind of on top of that hill area. I mean, TDP on top was taken down, but then that's for TDP, and Elementrix, Mr. Hyozu is going to perform that role as we are talking. But alright guys, I'm gonna ask you one question alongside you as well. I mean, what would you be preferring to take out in these fights? Would you be see, Sanhok is kind of a map where AWMs and K9s and M24s, they can be useful in the first circles, but not as much in the final circles. So, are you gonna prefer DMRs? If yes, which DMR are you gonna prefer? Would you be going for QBU? I mean, because QBU is specifically a Sanhok weapon, but still most of the people ignore QBU because of some different game mechanics. They sometimes don't prefer it. So, what kind of DMR are you guys gonna prefer when it comes to Sanhok?
Ocean, I think after last night, the games we played, you might have realized I'm not a snipers man. DMRs are not my thing as well. I'm an assaulter man.
Yeah, that is totally true. But still, if you have to choose one DMR, but then meanwhile we'll be coming back to that because Suroj is really low on health and Knight is really right in front of him and he's just come out there, just ding dong, and that's gonna be end of him. And look at Knight, he is trying to find out one more player as Ramos is going from one direction. Red Eyes has moved on forward right now, and then look at this. Oh my God, players are low on health. Red Eye can be spotted, but Red Eye just drops down. Ramos drops down as Vibe Zerard goes for that M416 spray. Knight, this grenade can it do some damage? Because this grenade would do some damage, and yes, there is it. There it was KTM. Akshay on the other hand with that grenade of his own. 7C Pathetic comes in from behind, but Vibes Knight has been taken down. A revival will be coming in handy. 7C is coming for an opportunity of third party. Will this be an opportunity? Because if anything, this is gonna be an opportunity of a lifetime for them. They have had a bad first game. They wanna make a comeback. They want that comeback, and they want it really badly. Vibes on the other hand, Knight, his health is really low. Obviously, he got a revive right now. Puts it up to 75 HP. KTM's players are moving back as easy as they can, but Warhead needs a revival. Will Akshay be able to give it to him? Will Akshay give a revival? Will it be two men standing from KTM, or will Akshay be the lone survivor? One question. We need that answer. We'll see if that answer comes out. But Vibes squad, what an incredible game they just had against KTM and Wolves. Oh my God, Elementrix kind of in a bit of a trouble right now.
Yeah, they are going to be in a bit of trouble, especially Mr. Yozo. He just has one rock in front of him. Other than that, if he wants to get out of that situation, fall back is an open mountain. On the side, it's going to be open area as well. But Vibes Knight, he has prone on the ground, spots out a couple of players, tries to hit them, misses everything that he has. But on the other side, DE, they have lost one player. Rated Sir was knocked down earlier, but now he is going to be revived. But Shifu Sir, he has to be careful. He is trying to engage upon squad of wolves, but now they have the cover, and DE on the other side, they are trying to fight from an open direction, plus the extra added pressure of making it to the next circle that's on the other side of this river. This is just going to be brutal. But DE, I don't think you should be wasting time in this fight. You should actually run away. That is actually going to be a better decision. Running away, going for the circle, and having a good placement in the next zone is going to be a more optimal decision, because if you actually try and fight this one out with wolves, you waste a lot of time. You could actually be taken out while rotating through the blue zone.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally true. And Blue Zone, obviously, I mean, Sanhok is a smaller map, but then Blue Zone's damage is going to be at that amount only, and that's one of the most important things. But Akshay and Warhead, once again, two players surviving, make it one as one of the players about to go down. And yes, Akshay goes down, but in pursuit, Evil Eye, using M249 on single tap, is checking out some potential knocks, but his health is really low right now. But have you ever seen M249 being used like this? Single tap M249. We obviously see M249 bursting out, and Crazy is kind of spotted, but Warhead is low on HP. Warhead is a solo survivor for KTM right now, as Akshay is slowly and steadily bleeding out, and ProNoob has his eyes set on Warhead as he wants that kill desperately. He knows the smoke has been done. He knows that the time that he just gave it for the revival, that time is going to cost him each and everything, and maybe a potential kill as well, as he is getting revived right now. Will this revival be given on time? Will they get a time to actually rotate, as the zone is also not on them? DC still XOP on the other hand, one of the players of DC who is inside the zone, all the other three players outside the circle. NHN is trying to make a move as well, and RN won the previous game in an incredible way, but NHN wants that comeback. They are 3-man strong right now, but NHN wants it, and Warhead is low on health, and TX Nico takes on Hype and finishes. TX Demon takes him down, and Hype SK49 has also been taken down. Hype squad once again in grave danger right now, about to make an early exit. Gurkha really low on health right now. We'll have to see what happens.
But JM is coming from behind. They have to be careful. The squad of TX, they are going to be sandwiched in an unfortunate situation. They have to finish the two players from the side of Hype as soon as they can. The nade being thrown is going to miss its marks. On the other side, Gurkha is just going to show himself and is going to be taken down again. But JM, they are really close on the side of TX. All the players have left their cover. They are out in the open. JM, if they engage upon this fight, this could be some free kills handed being over to them, because TX, they are distracted from the side of Hype. They have dropped two players. players and are going for the finish, and Hype is going to be wiped out. Prototype taking the fall is just not gonna survive, and that is gonna be it for that team. Over on the other side, TX, once again, a lot of information being given by this squad could actually result in them being third-partied. But once again, KTM, Akshay, they are quite close, but first they have to go through Rivals on the other side. Just on the edge of the circle, Noob is going to come in for the rotate. Akshay, if you fire a single bullet, man, that is going to be your demise. That is going to be the reason you die right here. But he is really patient. Both of them are, in fact, Warhead and Akshay. They wait it out. They wait for the players from the side of Rivals to actually get out of there. And that was really smart. On the other side, Wolves Ironic is going to drop Vibes Zarad, but Ironic is going to take a fall himself, and Newt is going to trade his teammate out, Anik taking a fall. Zarad is just going to be taken out of this game entirely. Ironic once again being finished off. Newt is going to be thrown down. 7C Demon taking a fall. Newt is going to be finished off, and a lot of players just dying instantly. On the other side, 7C, they are taking a fight with the players from the side of TX as well. But this could actually be an interesting situation, a fight for the compound right in the center to just stay safe. But if you actually go there, you will have to be careful as to spot out the teams that are going to be coming in your direction and just watch out and clear the path in front of you. While rotating into the zone, the first thing you have to be careful about is clear your back so that you're not taking any unpredicted fight, and that is exactly what 7C did not do, did not check their backs, and TX Demon is going to take advantage of that situation and is going to knock down one player.
Easy knockdown by him as he was outside the zone as well, but right now he's getting revived, and this is bad as this is the fourth circle. And look at the circle, it's German, INES, Jyanmaara, TDP, DE, and Rising Nepal. Rising Nepal once again giving that priority to the circle right now. Elementrix might backstab them as they'll be sandwiched inside, in between INES and Elementrix. That's going to be a situation, but NHN is coming in from down area. We'll see what happens. But then Lucky Hopi has been taken down, and KTM Warren goes down. KTM Akshay, the lone survivor. Vcash would like to revive, but then Vcash has been taken down. Akshay is taking a fight in his own hands. Reaper OP, the solo survivor for Nepali Ho Ni. Will he be able to take this fight as Vcash has been taken down? Akshay, oh my god, Nepali Ho Ni gets eliminated by DC Atom as well. This is an offset. No one. I don't know.
Yeah, the squads that are performing really well earlier are already taking a fall. And KTM Rage is... Wait, what is going on now? The teams are just falling like flies from everywhere. But now this is once again... We are seeing interesting situations after interesting situations because 7C, they are trying to climb a mountain right now, but Rivals is in front of them. But Demon taking a lot of damage from Slayer. Rivals, they have an advantage. Slayer taking a lot of damage from behind. He has to be careful. Information being given to the side of PX, but 7C are going to engage upon both of them. And one of the players, Rival Slayer, is going to be finished off by 7C. Aru securing 3 kills for his team in total. But now 7C, they have to be careful about it because if the other team is getting third party, you could be getting third partied at any given moment. On the other side, Orange is going to be finished off by the players of Vibes. First they knock him down, then they send him to his grave.
I mean, that's the whole procedure.
But
I mean, yeah.
The good thing is this time they're not waiting.
That is the total procedure.
They are not waiting. Usually they just bait it out for, I don't know, like a couple of at least like 10 seconds before they actually go in for the finish. They try and bait out the players and see if teammates are going to come in for the revive.
Yeah, but then this time to 4-9 is not going to wait as 7C Demon OP goes on by INES's players. This is bro, that means the 7Cs is taking fights from 2 different directions, 2 different areas, from all the other directions that they can face. Gunner can spot Rivals Noob. If it does, that's going to be an easy kill for him. 7C Pathetic goes down. RN in first takes down Vibes player as well. I don't know. Vibes has been eliminated on 12th spot. We are down to 11 teams. Oh my god, Vibes, as you can see, yeah, Rising Nepal. I think this is the time for Rising Nepal to take a second chicken. Rivals would like to move forward as we are talking. And Rivals Nepal, can he actually clutch in 1v3? And yes, he does. 3 players downed by him. 5 kills on Rivals' backpack.
Yeah.
Rivals Noob's backpack as he pops up that first aid. Solo survival. 8 kills for the team, 5 on his side. This is right in front of you guys. As you can see, 8 kills for Rivals X, and after that comes Rising Nepal with 4 kills and 4 players remaining. Sonim is trying to spot some player. If Sonim does it, that's going to be an easy kill for him as he is not spotted, not faced, but he'll have to move into the zone 60 plus meters. Sincere has been taken down by RN. LXYT makes up another kill for RN. 7C Pathetic goes down. 7C Aruz, you know, when Aruz survives, he survives for good, but he is outside the circle. So that's going to be a different thing. Elementrix, what? You post down. INES Machine goes down. Rivals lose 1 HP. Take him home. Gunner has that kill, and Rivals X goes down on 7th position on 9th position with 8 kill points. Rising Nepal's players are also going down. Elementrix, 7C, and Wolfden are outside the circle, and oh my god, Machine has been taken down by Sonam. Easy kill for him, and this is not looking good for the players of INES right now. Players on keys up. Elementrix Shakar as well.
Yeah, that was a lot of players being knocked down, but Sonam is going to be blowing up the door, trying to spot out Badrev on the hut in front of him. Now the nade being cooked. Can he actually go in for the knock on this one? The nade has been thrown, the pre-cooked nade. Sonam, he's going to wait it out. He's going to wait for his teammates, but his teammates are in trouble. In first has been knocked down. He is bleeding out, and he is going to be finished off and kicked out of the game. Elementrix on the other side being eliminated as well. Now, DE, they are charging in. Badrev could be in trouble, because if DE comes swooping in, they can actually take out all of these guys at the same time.
Choose your team. Choose one team that you
trust
think is
the process.
All right, I'm going to choose Rising Nepal right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who actually wins. Badrev takes down DE rated Sir as in this fight. So you have chosen Trust the Process. You have chosen Rising Nepal's. Guys, you need to comment out your favorite team, which team is going to win according to you, and which team actually makes up to a really good point position, because that's going to be one thing that's going to matter. INES Badrev on the other hand smoking on one direction as he would like to move in and would like to rotate to the other areas, and we'll have to see what happens. DE Shifusa has been taken down, and Illusion Sir also, and DE is gonna lose this fight. 6 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen, 15 players alive. INES would like to have this safer spots inside the circle, but they are unfazed by RN Sonam as Sonam is behind them.
Yeah, Sonam is the only man keeping in them some pressure, because had they just, if they were only supposed to deal with the players from the side. Wait, he just gave away his kill, dude. Why would you do that? You could have just used up your healing utility, put in your boost, and then actually try to make it in. Or on the other side, you could have used your throwables a little better, because it would have been a now or never situations if you were going to run out there anyway. On the other side, now that actually opens up a lot of space for the side of INES, because now they just have to deal with the players from the side of DE. It's just one area that they have to watch out for, because look at this. Their backs are covered. There is nothing there. It's just the blue zone. They just have to fight in front of them, and that is such an easy task to do. On the other side, DE Vadus, he is going to be in the blue zone soon, but now he takes a step in. Now he's going to be taking the damage from the players of INES, and this is going to be trouble. And as I say that, he's going to be kicked out. We are down to the top 3 teams in this game and 10 players alive. INES with 2, TDP with all of the players in this game. Wow.
TDP is looking really strong right now. 3 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Jyanmaara with 2 players surviving, 1 knocked out. INES 2 players surviving, 1 knocked out. And TDP 4 players surviving, 2 points as of now. Badrev goes down. INES 2 men strong as of now. INES Evil Eye and Tia looking for the chicken dinner. They have their eyes on that, but will it be an evil eye? Because that's going to be one thing, and they have to get inside the circle 20 meters as of now. They are outside the circle, and we'll have to see what happens. And Sonam once again goes down. Thanks for coming. That was an easy revival and easy knock once again.
That was just unlucky. That's what happens when the PUBG gods are not in your favor.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then INES here kind of slightly overcommitting, but then Tia will be taken down by on top as TDP looks up for the fight, and JM Sonam has been taken out by a Molotov. Gunner also goes down by TDP's Mr. Things Molotov. TDP is looking really good. Mutsarga takes on 1 player as well, and JM Swang 1 player surviving, and he'll be taken down, and it is down to a 1v4. Easy 1v4. If anything, look at Evil Eye. 1 solo survivor. Will this be his game?
And there's just wait.
No. 2 players down. Oh, he just chased up his 3 players, but oh my god, almost clashed it out.
So close. In those last moments, even I was rooting for him, and I picked TDP for the win.
Oh my
but
god.
They actually, no words. And M249 is like the perfect weapon for a 1 versus 4.
I remembered it. See, Evil Eye. You remember he was the guy who was using M249 on solo.
Single shot, yeah.
Single shot. He was using it on single shot. And when I saw, okay, he's a lone survivor, for a second I was like, will he be able to make it?
Then you see the gun.
As soon as I saw the gun, I remembered, oh my god. 1 player down, 2 player down, 3rd player down.
Ocean, what sort of a man actually switches the shooting mode on an M249? Because everyone just uses
no shooting mode on M249. You just need to tap for a single shot.
No, why do you do the single shot?
For long ranges, I mean, that's one
You
thing.
don't use an M249 for long ranges, that's the thing.
You would have used a different gun or something, but then he was like, But I don't know. But what just happened? Almost first game, goosebumps.
Oh boy.
Second game.
Second game was like the ending was just hilarious, man. From the beginning as well, like people are just collapsing upon each other. Rivals noob. He was in a like he knocked down his teammates actually helped him knock down the 3 players. He was in a 1 versus 2 situation. He was trying to jump on the other side of the rock. He could not do that, so he comes back out and just finishes off the remaining player.
Imagine, all right. Imagine if he had clutched this.
Yeah.
Imagine if this M249 had clutched a 1v4.
Single shot clutch.
I mean, imagine imagine if that had happened. Just
That would have-
imagine the difference. You have 4 people alive, the other person has 1 player alive, but then that 1 player with those 100 bullets, and when he knows how to use them, if he would have done it, it would have been an incredible thing. I mean, he would have been an MVP,
I
but he
think,
is not
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So let's just see who the MVP as of now is, and it's gonna be someone from TDP, and it is
Mr.
Mr.
Thing.
Thing.
With his 3 kills, 359 damage, 4 kilometers traveled, 4.6 kilometers traveled, 23 minutes survival time. So, alright, all the jokes apart about Evil Eye's M249 with the tap shooting or single shot coming in, and especially, as we said, long distance. I saw one person, I don't know who it was, the Horizon kill that happened with the 3x.
Rivals knew about the
Yeah.
who's just lying down and the shots were taken.
Yeah, that even like it was a great distance to be using the 3x, and still he actually made it work.
This is one of the best things about these players. These players, you can give them each and every scope.
You don't give them a
A1 ES
scope.
Kapshi.
Yeah.
He used AKM 4X on the first day. So you can give each and every scope. These players are one of the best skilled players in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they just show their A game, A1 game. They just stay on top of each
Yeah.
other. They just, I don't
They
know.
just rise.
Yeah, that too.
They just rise.
Yeah, when I was trying to go for word plays with the players' names and teams'
Yeah,
names, all those things.
I
But
went
then
with rise.
talking about teams and all, we have our standings and TDP obviously coming up on top of it.
Okay, yeah, look at this. TDP, since like until they engaged in the last fight,
Yeah.
they were, I think, sitting on just 2 kills for themselves.
Yeah.
So that just shows the kind of rotation and the kind of safe gameplay this team is coming in with. On the other side, INES, Evil Eye could have actually taken that situation for himself, especially with that gun that he had. Because
Yeah.
you do not have to reload with the M249.
And
you have
Rising
100
Nepal
bullets. Yeah.
is still in top 3 right now. They were first in the first position, first match, and now they are in top 3. And then Deadeyes Guys is on 4. 12 points for both the teams. That could have changed the pace of the
Yeah.
game for them as well. If they were on 4th, Rising Nepal, that could have been different. Rivals X is out there on 5th position. Jyanmaara on 6th. Wolves Den on 7th, and 7C is doing slightly better now.
They are managing to stay in the top 8, having good points for themselves. But once again, Ocean, look at this. The interesting thing, there is only two of the
Yeah.
stronger teams that were there, Trusty Process and INES. And other than that, if we move on to the bottom 8, this is where you see teams like Nepali Ho Ni, Team Xtreme, Damn Classy, Team Hype, all the teams that were doing so well during the group stage. Elementrix is going to be on the 9th, Vibes is going to be on the 10th, Xtreme 11th, Damn Classy on the 12th, KTM Rage 13th, Nepali Ho Ni 14th, KS Axe is going to be 15th, Hype is going to be 16th. Oh boy.
So many upsets were out there in this
Yeah.
one, and obviously this is one of the things about Sanhok. It's so fast paced. You need to, like you said, while 7C Pathetic was going down, you said you need to watch his back, and each
Yeah.
and every team kind of needs to watch their back when it comes to Sanhok, because the fights that happen, the fast paced gameplay that actually happens, it just changes each and everything about your perspective of the game as well.
Yeah, talking about perspective, I have the answer to your question that you asked during the middle of the game.
Which one?
Okay, but you need to change your perspective a little bit as well. Okay, but before that, let's have a look at the top 5 players of this game and see who were there with the players from the side of TDP. And Rivals Noob is gonna be there with his 5 kills. Oh, TDP Mr. Thing, he has dropped quite low.
I mean, yeah, he has dropped quite low, but then still he manages to stay in top 5. That's a really
Yeah.
good thing. He was showing his magic with the gun that he was carrying, and INES Badrev is out there with 3 kills. See, after 5, every person has 3 kills. It all just matters on your
Look
distance.
at Badrev.
On your damage,
1000 damage.
1029 damage, 693 for the next person, that is Red Eyes of Vibes, and then 359 for Mr. Team and Illusion Sir. 350 with 1 headshot in his bag.
Yeah, Badrev, like he was surviving in a tough situation, especially with those close quarter combats and with players constantly pressuring him as well. But once again, I'll come back to the conversation we were having before this.
Yeah.
The answer to your question about which DMR you want to use. And as I said, you need to change your perspective. Can I use a gun on taps instead of a DMR? Because I really don't like sniping, man. I don't like long distance combat. It's like I get bored easily with that. I'd rather just run in.
I'll tell you the answer to that question when we'll be heading up after the break in the map of Vikendi, because Vikendi might give you some DMRs, it might give you some might give you some bolt actions, it might
It's one of my favorite maps just because of you
the
get
water zones and all those
water zones, plus you are forced into close quarter combat situations against your enemies. But as we said, all that action is lined up for the next game. We'll be back after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone and once again welcome back to the PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Semi-Finals Day number 1, where the clash has been going on between teams A and B. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma.
Yeah. And so, previous two games
Yeah.
have been incredibly amazing. I mean, Nepali teams have risen up to, they just rise, and they're rising,
Yeah.
rising
Nepal.
I mean, they're rising at an incredible pace just to be on top.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. But then for the first and second match, let's just take a quick look at the overall standings as what we have right in front of us. And where are my specs? Okay. Rising Rising Nepal is out there on first position with 43 points. TDP on the second one with 35 points. INES on the third position with 28 points. Nepali Ho Ni, first match was good. Second match it kind of dropped, and right now they are with 27 points on fourth position. Rivals X is out there on 5th position with 24 points. Jyanmaara on 6th one. Deadeyes Guys, they have taken a good jump out there from first and second, and they are on 7th position. Team Xtreme ends up this table on the 8th position, and double their position is the total points, that's 16.
Yeah, they should be careful this time around because the drop has been happening slowly and steadily. But on the other side, moving on to the next 8, we have Vibes on the 9th, Team 7C on the 10th, Elementrix is going to take the 11th for themselves, Wolves 10 on the 12th, KTM Rage on the 13th, Team Hype on the 14th, Damn Classy on the 15th position. They have not moved at all. KS Axe have taken a dip, though they are on the 16th position. And 16 in the top 16 is where you have to be if you want to make it into the finals.
I mean, after this, there's
the
going to
teams
be
are at
the
zero.
next group. The next group that has not played any game yet.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. But then, most importantly, see, Erangel and Sanhok has happened. The map that next used to be was Miramar, but then Miramar is out of the equation. So right now we are going to go to the Vikendi, the unpredictable map. So everything changes in this one, because after this it's going to be Erangel once again. And that Erangel, it might be, it might fare out as the first Erangel only, or it might change the pace. But then the Vikendi map is surely going to change the pace of the game for me personally. Because the zone starts somewhere else. He predicted the final circle should be around Castle. I said Villa, but the zone was on port side. Yeah,
Port. Of all places.
Of all the places, you choose Port. Oh my God, Zone. What are you?
Yeah, indeed. What are you? I think we can say that to the entire map of Vikendi, as it were. But once again, as I said earlier before going to the break, that sort of situations wherein you do not have the entire circle to play in forces players to be a little bit more proactive. Earlier rotations will actually have the advantage, just because you will be able to take the compounds, you will be able to position yourself as you want and not play it based on the reaction that the other team in front of you is making.
Yeah.
That is definitely going to give you an advantage.
Totally, that actually gives you an advantage, and all that matters is how you rotate in Vikendi. Because Vikendi, for the first of all, Vikendi is, as we always say, infamously famous for its SMG loot. G36C sometimes comes into the equation when it comes to AR fights and all those things. Obviously, there's Muscaral out there, and then the snowmobiles, the snow bikes, and all those things. The rotations that happened yesterday, the zone was on the port side, and that water area which INES actually was holding, and they were taking fights from that area to all the other areas. They did not allow Rising Nepal to actually get into the zone, to get into the circle. But then one player on the other hand, KS Axe, KS Meras, he was actually trying to take the fight. So all of these things actually comes up to the matter of the fact. The day before yesterday, the zone was totally on land for the second time. The day before that also the zone was totally on the land. But then if we just neglect these two days, the zone actually takes up good amount of ships. As we are in the match, ladies and gentlemen, Volnova, Cantra, Hot Springs Winery, Dino Park, Towar, Castle, Cement Factory, Movatra. Alright, guess where the zone's gonna be. I say Cosmodrome area.
I'll go with Dobro Mesto this time, just because it's not the edge of the circle.
For once, please agree with me.
Dude, you and I play different styles. You are a man of sheer will and commitment, just like John Wick. The reason I said this sentence is because Ocean told me a really bad joke earlier. If John Wick was on Vikendi, his name would be John Vikendi.
Yeah, see, it would have been funnier. It was funny in my mind, but when I said it, the implementation kind of sucked. So yeah, if John Wick was playing a game of Vikendi, will his name be John Vikendi?
Oh, this time Ocean, the circle is entirely on land. Oh boy,
The
I
game.
should have said Castle, man. I should have gone with
All right,
Castle this
let's
time.
just do one thing. Let's just ask our lovely audience as well. Where do you think the final circle is gonna be? I choose Villa, as Villa has a really good team in
Yeah.
it. That is TDP as well. Which place you go, Castle?
No, 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 no. I'll go with the war.
All right, you're going with Tawar, but
Yeah.
then, ladies and gentlemen, these, as you can see, Anek is the lone survivor. He is surrounded by wolves from three different directions. 6 9 on one end, Dictator and Ironic on the other side, and Newty on the other side. Anek is in the middle. Zerad behind him, Cherry OP behind him, and one more player on the other side. That's gonna be Red Eye. So Vibes is kind of in a bit of a trouble right now as they are surrounded. But then all of it comes out to the loot, the kind of loot that they have, because Tawar area, this is kind of a a difficult area to take fights on, and
Yeah.
especially the early fights. Zerad, he can go out of that building, he can climb up on top, and he can take down three players out there. That is 6 9 Ironic and Dictator, but then he won't be spotted in that scenario. Red Eye, on the other hand, can give adequate cover when Newty would like to spray on him and spot him and Anek as well. So in that scenario, if we take that scenario in mind, this might be a fight of vibes as well.
Yeah, but on the other side, Newt on the other side, he already has a G36C with him, and that is going to give him so much advantage. Just because, okay, I always talk about early fights and healing that you have to do after that. He has 2 first aid kits, so they are going to give him an advantage. But someone who will not have an advantage is going to be Sonim from Jyanmaara. He has already been knocked down, and INES, all 4 players are there. But Brave was the man who did all the damage. But Wang is there for Sonim. He can go in for the revive. But Brave, he has to be careful because Gunner is right across that street. Gunner using that third person, going for the peak, and Brave is doing with the same. He has an AK on himself, but can he make it count? The smarter decision right now would be to rotate out of here and regroup with your teammates and then collapse in on the side of Jyanmaara. And Jyanmaara on the other side, they are quite split up. If Wang can actually revive Sonim, if Sonim can heal up and then they collapse on Brave, then they will have a free kill being handed over to them.
Probably.
Because INES are like in a 3-1 split right now, and that is going to be a tough situation for Badrev to survive in. Plus, the players from the side of INES, they are quite far away from their teammate, so it is going to take them a while to before they get there, and they're still not heading there. They're still looting. They are still trying to find more ammo, better scopes, and basically better loot in general.
Probably they actually want that thing to be on their side, and Badrev, as you can see, is trying to catch up to his players. That is Machine, Villa, and Tia, and Jyanmaara. They are looking good as right now. Their 4 players are standing, and 2 on either side of this bridge. I mean, they were trying to contest the bridge or something in the early stages for the fight, and look at that thing. You see that river that's
Yeah.
glittering with that the attention to detail that PUBG Mobile actually has. That little attention to detail, that reflection that reflects upon the water-ish ice area, and that looks really really good. And I mean, I'm just happy with how the graphics sometimes look with this game, and the attention to detail, and all the smaller pixelated things that there are. Meanwhile, if you're coming back to a fight, which team do you think will be having a good advantage? As Badrev is back with his team kind of, so that's one of the things. But then coming to this fight also, which team do you think, Vibes or Wolves? As Red Eye, like I said, he should be getting up on that area, and he
Yeah.
is. So which team do you think has an advantage?
I think right now, just based off of where the teams are, Wolves is going to have an advantage just because they will have an easier rotation out of there. On the other side, Vibes, they have to be really careful. Once again, being split could be their demise. Wolves, they have positioned themselves all together. So if Vibes actually try and go in and take that fight, they are going to be at a disadvantage. Fighting split means your damage is going to be divided as well.
Totally means that the damage is gonna be divided. If anything, we'll have to see. The grenade, the Molotov is gonna come in, but will it be enough? But then KSFT has been taken down by Rivals Trigger using a PP-19 Bison. So that's an early knock that he has, but has not been finished yet. So 64 people alive, all of them still surviving, and now finishes. KF50 makes it 63 in the early stages. We are 5 minutes 48 seconds, 49, 50 seconds into the game. Make it 6 right now, if anything, and we are 6 minutes into the game. We'll have to see how the circles and how the zones collapse as we will be talking, because the zones are gonna be an incredible change for the dynamism of the game. First, second, and third circle really less amount of fights happen. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th circle. That is where the kill feed actually runs. And Vibes Zerat goes down as Wolves. Ironic had spotted him. Wolves are ready for a fight and they have made a statement. Will Zerat get a revive or will Wolves be moving? Because I can see 6ix9ine. He's out in the open. Red Eye can spot him. Red Eye had spotted him, but then that no shot actually got connected. Now 6ix9ine knows that there's a player on the upper area of the hut as well. Newty would like to move. As you can see, Newty is trying to spot him as well. And Newty will be spotting him. And down goes Red Eye. G36C of Newty does the job, does the work. Now Red Eye needs a revival as well. Vibes are in a bad vibe right now.
Exactly, they are not vibing at all. In fact, they are getting vibe checked if you are keeping up with the pop culture references this time, and if you are keeping up with your memes. But on the other side, Wolves, they can actually collapse on the other two players, but 6ix9ine, he could be in a bit of trouble because Zerad and Jerry OP, look at where they are.
Look at Dictator.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dictator, that's good. That's really, really good. I just like it, but then he will be trying to get safe. But imagine if Dictator opens up that shack. And
It's
all
gonna
he
be-
finds is 2 people.
It's going to be literally a doorway to hell, whoever opens that door, because you have 2 people firing in your face, and you might be taken out. Do they even
Dictator
know
is
where
going
they are?
for it. Is Dictator going for it? Dictator goes in. Hello, bye-bye. That was great. Dictator. But 6ix9ine is going to go for the same thing. Shut the front door. You cannot open it right now, because if you do, that's going to be the end game. And the door has been blocked. Will a grenade come in? Will 6ix9ine go for a grenade? He's going for a smoke. Smoke bait is out there. Takes down one person out. Vibe Jerry is on one direction. Zerat knows that it's a smoke right now, so 6ix9ine cannot do anything about it. But then did you just see that?
Yeah, but that actually puts them at advantage, because earlier they just had to worry about one spot, but now since Jerry split up, now they have to check 2 different corners. On the other side, Wolves, the other 3 players, they are coming in for a wraparound. 6ix9ine, he has to wait for this one. Earlier, it was Jerry and Zerad in the same place. So
6ix9ine is showing.
Oh, he goes on the top. He jumps down.
He just jumps down. That is looking really bad. 6ix9ine was spotted. Look at his HP. He is down to 20 HP. 2 players moving in. Jerry OP from the
They
right
split
hand
up.
side. Can he actually shoot him?
No.
Yes, he does. 6ix9ine takes him down in incredible way. Jerry OP will be finished by Vibes. Ironic and Zerad is low on health as well. Red Eye and Anik will have to move in. Ironic comes for a good cover back as well. Newty is low on health right now. 6ix9ine was low on health. Now they are back to 75 HP.
Yeah.
Red Eye and Anik and Wong has been taken on by TX Niku as well with that MP5K, and Zerat is slowly bleeding out. Will it be his game or will it not be his game, as Anik and Red Eye would like to move in? Newty taking that TPP. 6ix9ine on one area of that shack with that smoke coming in. Vibes Anik would like to give a good revival point for Red Eye to revive Zerat, and Zerat has been revived. Newty once again on the top of that shack. Zerat is popping up that first aid. This fight is looking incredibly amazing, but ironic, he is far behind his teammates, as his teammates are on the outer area of that house. Newty, he desperately wants to move inside. Look at Newty. He just wants to barge in. He wants those 3 kills. Vcash has been taken down by KTM Warhead and will be finished. I mean, Nepali Ho Ni is in a bad situation as well.
Yeah, they are in a bad spot, but another team that's in a bad spot is going to be the side of Wolves, just because they lack health in comparison to the players from the side of Vibes. Oh, he's on the rooftop. If they do not spot him, this could spell trouble for the entire side of Vibes. And Red Eye, could he be caught off guard? Newt, he's still checking his corners. He's still checking down towards where the side of Vibes are now. Red Eye on the stairs. He's going to run back, fall back, try and wrap around with his teammates. On the other side, Zerad and Anik, they are still trying to spot out the players from the side of Wolves, but Newt could be the man who changes it all. Ironic and 6ix9ine, they are waiting for that opening. Red Eye is waiting for the same on the other side. The utility being used is not going to do much because they are still confused as to where Newt is. I think they realize he is on the rooftops, but now sticking close to the wall could be the thing that saves him. Newt charges indoors. The other players from the side of Wolves actually come in. Zerad trading damage. He's going to be knocked down. Anik, the left standing. He's going to have to wait for Red Eye to come in for the save. But Anik, he jumps in on the window. In the bathroom fighting. Anik is going to fall down as well. And these 2 players are just going to lose their lives. Red Eye in a 1 versus 3 situation. Can you clutch this out? No. The safer play would be to run away. And that is exactly what this man is going to do now.
Red Eye, that is really bad for him right now, as Vibes have been kind of eliminated. 75% of Vibes has been eliminated. Meanwhile, Wolves had lost just 1 player, that is Dictator. Vibes Zerad gets finished by Wolves. Ironic, as he was slowly and steadily bleeding out. But the play started when Newt just became a Spider-Man. He just went on the upper area of that house. He stood there waiting for his opponents to make a mistake, and when they made a mistake, that was it. World 69 still using some utilities, some throwables to find out some players where they are, but then Red Eyes moving forward, and the zone is shrinking. 7C playing outside the edge of the zone. Vibes Red Eye making a big rotation as does not want to give his 16th spot as of now. But then once again, all the other teams are inside the zone, and TX captain gets eliminated by INES, but he was taken down.
Yeah.
But then Hype is really close to Rising Nepal, and Rising Nepal no stopping this team. First match, second dinner, second match, third position. This team is really good.
Yeah, and consistency is the key that is going to help you qualify for the finals. But Rising Nepal, yes, they have been doing really well. But Ocean, we have seen this one team does well in 2 games, but in the remaining 2 games, they just fall apart because they are being targeted by the other teams right now. We have INS Evil Eye running out in the open, trying to spot out the players from the side of TX. On the other side, Rising Nepal still in a standoff situation against the players from the side of Hype. And this is an airdrop with the MK14, the ammo, the suppressor for the AR, and the level 3 armor and helmet. Pretty decent.
Pretty good. And the shot actually landed on TX, but taking his health down to like 20-ish, 25 HP, and KTM Suroj has been taken down by NHN Kole. The fight that KTM started, NHN is looking to end that one in an incredible way. TX Niku knows that there's that one player who is actually becoming a pain for them, and he wants to spot him, he wants to take him down, and that will be one thing as Badrev can be spotted, and Tier has taken some damage from some other direction. TX knows one more area, JM is coming for them. Teams on each and every side, each and every direction. Tia is slowly healing up for him. Evil Eye and Badrev are on good health right now, but then will that be enough or won't that be enough? That's one of the questions. And TX in this compound, still inside the zone. The second circle is gonna come in shortly as we are talking, as 13 minutes into the game, and the circle is about to come. And M24 for Nepali Ho Ni's demise. Will that be it? Gonna takes on INES here, and Akshay is using that M24. I wanna see if this is enough, because this M24, if it just rains hellfire, one shot, one headshot, 1% down, that's the beauty of this thing. And TX even takes down INES Tier as we are talking, so I think INES is kind of in a bit of trouble as well.
Yeah, they are going to be in a bit of trouble, but now we have to watch this team, Nepali Ho Ni, who have been wreaking havoc so far, but today are falling a little bit short of the level of performances that we and everyone expects from them. But on the other side, KTM, they have to be careful. They shot at 7Cs who were just driving by quite peacefully, and Nepali Ho Ni is the team that they have to worry about right now. But on the other side, KTM, they themselves have been doing pretty well. Lakhe, he is still trying to spot out the players from the team. KTM, squad number 17, right in front of them, but still being careful. Did he spot one on the window? I have to see. If he goes and checks back, that means he did see the pixel of the head of the person who was trying to peek the corner of the window. But once again, so this, what Lakhe is doing right now, this is one of the most important things that you have to do when you're playing competitive. You have to clear your back. You do not want to get third party by a surprise squad that is just coming in just because you did not check your backs and you did not clear that area. Before you go in for a fight, make sure that there is no one coming in, and if there is, take the fight on the back first before trying to rotate further inside the zone, or if you're outside the zone, making into the zone. Make sure that your back is clear so the fights in front of you are a lot easier for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that is totally true. And obviously, watching your back and all the areas when when the zones rotations occur, that's one of the game-changing moments where you
now that they know that there's no one there, now they rotate.
And NHN is known for the early rotations right now. Starting today, NHN is doing really incredible rotation when it comes to zone and all those areas. 7Cs, on the other hand, was not that fortunate in the previous match. And TDP, ladies and gentlemen, INES is near around TDP in this villa area. Badre wants to move forward. TDP Puffy has spotted him, and now this grenade will do some damage because the grenade has popped in. The pen was opened and the grenade was thrown, and now his Uzi has been reloaded. Obviously, that grenade was kind of a hit and miss case as of now, but then we'll have to see what happens. Badrev is out there. Machine wants to move backward as the call has been given. Right now, let's just not take the fight. The people that are inside the house are always safe. A good, wise decision. And INES, obviously, they had lost one player, but still with those three players, they are good. And Elementrix Shaga, he wants this drop, the third air drop with level 3 gears, and obviously MK will be picking it up. That's one question. 4 times scope, and obviously an adrenaline syringe as well. And Crazy wants to move forward, as Crazy is trying to spot some players from DC that are right in front of him.
Yeah, the syringe in itself is a really crucial utility, and in certain situations can be the only thing that can save your life. But on the other side, this Mexican standoff is still a standoff. Rising Nepal and Hype, they are still staring at each other, not doing anything, not moving at all. Hype are looking at Rising Nepal. Rising Nepal is looking at Hype, and both of them have agreed that we are not gonna shoot. It is a peaceful war there. They're fighting.
As of now, it is a peaceful thing that they are not fighting, but when they are going to start fighting, that's going to change each and everything for the game as well. Rising Nepal, Sonam, Alex YT, Prerak, and Crazy. Crazy knows that there's a team behind them as well, that is DC, and he would like to take and engage a fight from them as well. But Prototype, SK49, The Leon, and Gurkha YT, 4 players from Team Hype, they are also ready for a fight. You can see Prototype on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. M16 in his hands. M16 for a big for a longer range,
Yeah.
and Uzi with a suppressor and extended mag for the extremely close range. Level 1 backpack, level 2 helmet and vest, 3 times scope that he has just scoped in for NH and goalie. Will he be able to make a proper utilization of it? DC, Rising Nepal, NHN, Hype in all those areas. They're trying to contest each other just so that they can eliminate one team, because as of now, this is one of the first times. 18 minutes. We are about to be 18 minutes into the game, and all 16 teams are alive. Vibes Red, I was supposed to eliminate, and if that would have happened, it would have been 15 teams. But as of now, still one player surviving for his team, and all 16 teams are intact. This is something different. You don't experience this, but then this shows.
This was supposed to be Miramar, right?
But then just imagine, from the 16,
Yeah.
it won't be much of a time when you'll see just 6 teams remaining and something like that, because it's going to be now starting this circle.
Fourth one.
In less than 1 or 2 minutes, you're going to see potential fights, because the circle is going to favor some teams. It's not going to favor some other teams, and it's going to just change each and everything.
Okay,
Look at this. Look
this
at
is
this.
what happens when the zone is entirely on land on Vikendi. The pace of the game just slows down to what a snail would walk on, what a snail would crawl on, because snails don't have legs, they don't walk. But on the other side, look at this now. KS, Jyanmaara, TX, DE. DE is going to have an easier rotation, but they will have to go through Villa, where TDP is waiting. So TDP controlling Villa will give them an advantage in a fighting scenario. But on the other side, KS, they are quite far away. And JM, TX, they have to fight amongst themselves before they actually try and rotate in towards the side of the zone. But on the other side, JM, they were trying to go in for the split, as we saw on the minimap. Kazi, he just might have spotted the pixels of Gunner's head, and yes, he did, because that exact spot where he shot, that was where Gunner peeked from.
Yeah, that is truly true. Like, he knows that he should not be missing any opportunity. He was trying to give a long-range pre-fire. Just imagine if he would have, randomly just picked up once again, and the shot would have landed on his head. At that time, UMP would have also done some catastrophic damage, as it was a headshot. It would have been a headshot. But then TX, oh my god, he has been spotted. 1 shot, 2 shot. Will the 3rd shot be in? Oh, another shot, and still survives to see another day. This guy, ladies and gentlemen, this guy just actually came in from a storm, and M249, the gun that almost clutched the previous game, is right in front of you guys. That golden gun is right out there. If you guys want to take it, you just take it. You make the best out of it. And look at that hype. Rising Nepal, DC, NHN. Big names, big squads, big fights are going to come in.
I've been expecting this fight to start, to be honest, for expected to start a little bit sooner.
Okay.
Yeah, last year, in fact. But hype.
But
and
teams have.
Yeah,
the
they are
strategy.
being careful
the
this
strategy,
time.
the strategizing each and everything. And Vibes Red, I once again the solo survivor. Your leg is visible. Your leg is visible.
He missed it, Mr. Yozu. The flick not connecting. But on the other side, look at this. Hype are just deciding to go for the players of rivals instead, and Trigger has already taken a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, if you're not fighting Rising Nepal, you have to fight someone else. You have to get those kill points somehow. But Mr. Yuzo, this is going to be trouble. He's quite in the open. Plus, the pressure of rotating into the zone once again, wasting time taking the fight is going to cost him. He's going to be knocked down, and now his teammates have to pull in and revive him and rotate into the zone as well. On the other side, Shagar, he does have a car, but on the other side, Orange, he is trying to go in for the peak. NHN Gole, he's going to be knocked down by INES Badrev, and this could spell trouble for Nepali Ho Ni. INES, they do have the compound. Lake, he's trying to peek with the third-person perspective from the window, but if he peeks, if he over peeks, he is going to be spotted himself, and INES, they are going to capitalize on that entire situation. But Reaper is there for the flank for his teammate, and Gole was taken out earlier. But now, 2 versus 4 situation. Nepali Ho Ni are at a big disadvantage this time. But here comes TX Demon from behind. If he third parties this squad, this could be a 3 versus 3 clutch for the side of Nepali Ho Ni. Plus, they kill off Demon as well. On the other side, Evil, he is cooking up that nade, ready to throw. The nade being thrown into the window, but Lake was on the other side of that compound, so he is gonna be safe. INS have already lost here. They have to be careful as to how they engage. Oh, wait,
there's a player behind them as well. There are people behind them. They are using the smokes. The utilities are coming in really handy right now. 3, 4, 5 smokes have been done in that area just for them to rotate to a safer side, safer direction. Machine also wants to spot. All they can do is take up a fight up front, that is with Nepali Ho Ni, and then they can worry about the back ends. Badrev is so low on health, just 1 HP, barely surviving. He wants to pop up a first aid, would like to go for it, but then a smoke comes in first. Now he's gonna go for a first aid. Will he actually go for it? That's a big question, because right now, till now, he's not using anything. Sincere takes on Elementrix Shaga as we are talking, and Shaga will be done for. TDP Mr. Thing is also trying to take someone. Prototype takes on DE Wadu Sir, and TDP on top will be taken down as we are talking by JM. Jyanmaara's Nang Wadu Sir gets eliminated, and TDP on top as we are talking by JM Nang, he gets eliminated. Dalion takes a fight with KS Harit, also knocks him down as well. The fight is favoring the teams that are inside the zone, and the other players are dying off the zone, because that is one crucial thing. 4 times cover actually lying around there on that area. Dalion has taken down KS Harit. KTM Akshay goes down by TX captain. Hype squad. I think this can be a game changer team, but still 16 teams alive.
We are down to 46 players, and all 16 teams are still there.
Imagine,
that just shows.
Imagine.
Yeah.
16 alive and 16. Imagine.
Oh boy. That actually is going to be next level.
But because Rivals X actually went down, the first team to actually go down right now, it's Rivals X as Rivals Slayer goes down. TX even OP are kind of at the edge of the circle. TX captain using those things, those smokes. And Jyanmaara also goes down as well, and Wives goes down as well. 3 squads got eliminated in just less than 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah, Deadeye Guys could be next, but the player was revived. They have 2 men left. Nepali Ho Ni have 2. Elementrix has 2. KS has 2. INES, they have 3. Okay, so as we go up, the number of players is just going up as well. But a lot of players sitting with a deficit. Nepali Ho Ni, they have to be careful, because the squad that they're up against, they are at a man disadvantage. And Lake and Reaper, they are still holding these compounds. They have to be really careful. On the other side, the airdrop coming in with the MK14, the level 3 armor helmet, the suppressor, the medkit.
Oh my god, that grenade by Gurkha actually takes on a player. And Puffy, he wants to spot one player once again. If he spots him, that's going to be something. That's going to be the end game. But the TDP, they have lost 1 player. TDP on top. Utsarga takes on TX Demon as well. Another player was trying to go down, but then he is safe as of now. And TX Demon will be finished out by KTM Ramos for the win. RNG1 crazy. Rising Nepal is not looking good for them as well. TDP Utsarga has to move at one direction just so that he can move into that area, as they are just 70 meters away from the zone, and 10 seconds more and the zone is gonna commence. And this commencement of zone is gonna put them in a lot of trouble if they don't pay respect to the zone, because 7th zone is gonna come in. And look at the grenade. Grenade was really close to Poo Poo Man, but as of now the grenade was behind him. Orange is throwing his grenades as well. Sincere on his left hand side. Molotov comes in handy. Sincere and Pro Noob. Will it be his game? Will it be Orange's game? Orange, he just comes out and goes for a spray, but as of now no shot has been connected. Actually connects some shot, takes on Sincere, but then Orange that reload. He reloads it out and takes on Pro Noob as well in that fire of M4. Exactly. Incredible game sense.
Yeah, and a 1 versus 2 with Hipfire. This man is a monster. We are down to the 13 teams in here. 39 players alive. Pro Noob, he's just hiding behind the tree, and Poo Poo Man and Orange, they just healed in their faces and now are gonna finish them off. On the other side, Hype Gurkha, he is gonna go down, but PSK is going to retaliate. Miraz being taken out. Orange, he's going to finish off Sincere, and Pronoob is going to follow. DC Atom and Steelix, they have to be careful. They are the only 2 players alive for their team, and Elementrix are just proving that 2 for them are going to be enough. On the other side, TDP Mr. Thing is going to be taken down. Wolf's Newt is going to fall. DE Illusion Sir is going to fall, and Aruz is going to take a nade to his face. 7C, they are not looking good. They are not in a good spot. But Orange, he's going to be shot at, and he's going to be taken down. Steelix fighting Mr. Poo Poo Man. Mr. Poo Poo Man, he's going to be taken out as well. And Elementrix are going to take an exit from this game on the 10th position. On the other side, INES, they are wreaking hell on the squad of DE.
Oh, Rising Nepal Sonam actually takes down Steelix. OP has actually made utilization of the fact that Steelix was coming out of the zone. He was already low on HP. Look at this circle. Oh my god, this is one of the difficult circles to actually counter, because Rising Nepal's 2 players, those are the only ones that are in the circle. Wolf 69 goes down as 7C Pathetic sprays with that M4 Glacier, and Wolf's Ironic takes down 7C's Pathetic once again. DC Steelix OP will be finished by Rising Nepal Sonam, and 7C Demon OP is using smokes right now to counter. But this fight, INES and NHN still not happening. Still a cold war going in this
Hype
area
versus RN again.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still not happening. Damn Classic gets eliminated as DC Atom goes down by a grenade, and Reaper OP is out there for you, ladies and gentlemen. He knows that INES is out there just to give him trouble. They need to get inside the zone. Rising Nepal 2 to split. Incredible strategy. Sonam on one direction, other players on the other direction. 7C Muscovite goes down. I think that will be end of 7C as Arus also gets finished in a really easy way. Wolves Ironic low on health. Bye-bye, thanks for coming, KTM Ramos. And Wolves then gets eliminated on 8th position with 3 kills in their hands. INES Badrev goes down by RNLXYT. This can be the opening Nepali Ho Ni needs. They know, no, it's 2 players out there, and Badrev is slowly and steadily bleeding out. Prerak, on the other hand, trying to spot some players. If he can do it, that's going to be something. But then I guess a hype players, this might be an end game for them as well, as Rising Nepal have their eyes on them. 7C Demon OP takes on KTM. Akshay, 7 teams remaining, 19 players. Hellfire is coming down.
Yeah, Hellfire is indeed coming down, and Team 7C, they have to be really, really careful. Just 1 player arrive. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni with 2 are still in that engagement, but INES, Nepali Ho Ni used that moment to get away, but TX Kazi is there looking for the Molotov in the building. Evil Eye, he could actually pop out at any moment, but that submachine gun not being able to dish out the damage. On the other side, Sonam, he is trying to spot the players from the side of Hype, but on the other side, Crazy is going to drop the team Hype, and the entire team is going to take an exit from the game. On the other side, Dalion getting blown up. Captain is going to drop INES, but Raven and INES, they are going to be charged upon from the side of Team Xtreme. They are going in through the building. Evil Eye is going to be finished off. 2 players knocked down. Can they make this happen? Machine, the only man left standing with 50% health. He has to revive his teammates and then take the fight, or he has to first priority is going to be the clutch, and Machine, he's going to come out of the sword. He's going to drop both of them. Oh boy, Machine and
Badrev was revived at the last potential second that was needed, and that changed everything. And out there, Machine takes down 1 more player. He is using MK, and MK is an incredible gun as he's showing 10 people alive, 4 teams remaining. Machine is going really good, and KTM takes down 2 players. Oh my god, NH and Reaper OP, this might be the comeback Nepali Ho Ni needs, but he's the lone survivor. No comebacks as Nepali Ho Ni makes their exit on 4th position with 2 kills. This might be INES's game, if anything, as Badrev has spotted a Rising Nepal, and Rising Nepal once again making their way to top 3. KTM versus INES versus Rising Nepal. 8 players alive, 3 teams remaining. This is looking really, really good for Rising Nepal as of now, as they have 4 players intact. All 4 players from their team, INES, Badrev and Machine, they can actually make some use. Smokes coming in handy right now. Smokes are going to change each and everything for them, for how they rotate, how they can actually go for it. And Warhead gets a revival right now. Warhead might be popping up a first aid, and Suroj is the one who has revived Warhead. And KTM needs to move into the zone. INES needs to move into the zone, and that M4, that can come in handy. Machine is moving in as easy as he can. 2 players, but then Machine takes him down. Suroj takes down RNLXYT. Molotov is coming in handy right now. This is looking really, really good for INES, as well as KTM is taking fight from one direction to Rising Nepal. They have spotted 1 player, that is AlexYT, who is slowly and steadily bleeding out.
KTM, INES, they are collapsing upon the players from Rising Nepal. Prerak, he takes some damage, but INES is coming from the front. KTM raids, they are going to take an exit, and this could be INES's opportunity. Rising Nepal, they have already lost 1 player, so this is going to be a fair fight of 2 versus 2 situation because Prerak was knocked down. Machine, you have to either finish that boy lying there or you have to kill him off because he is giving so much information to his teammates. You have to do something about it.
now.
But Sonam was finished off. Now Crazy is the only man left standing, and Badresh just jumps in and finishes the last player, Sonam, who was left standing in INES. They clutch it out.
See, 2 players. INES lost their 2 players early.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the 2 players, they have 11 kills. 6 for 1, 5 for 1, and Machine had an MK14. He used that MK on auto, and that auto MK obliterated everything out there.
Yeah, it was an obliteration. But as I said, KTM and INES, the moment they collapsed, that was perfectly timed. Because had they isolated the fight, had Rising Nepal had isolated fight, it would have been a 4 versus 2, 4 versus 2, and in a man advantage, you always, like the team with the 4 men is always going to have a higher probability of coming out on top. But this time, just because the situation was evened out for Rising Nepal by the fact that 2 from each side, 2 from each side, their attention was split. And KTM just taking out one guy just opened up doors for the side of INES.
Yeah, I mean, in an incredible way, if we have to say, because KTM was with 2 players out there. Rising Nepal had one chance that they were picking up the edges of the zone.
Yeah.
2 players on one side, 2 players on the other side, but then they were contested by 2 different teams from 2 different sides. It's a 2v2, v2v2. I mean, it was a 4v2v2, but then that changed the pace when the 2 players were not with each other.
Yeah.
And KTM, they did some trouble as Alex Whitey was taken on, but then Badrev had his kill as well, as Badrev had Molotov just at the moment when Alex Whitey just went down, and the Molotov also hit him. So the kill actually went to Machine as well. And after that, Prerak went down. And that going down of Prerak was actually the cue for INES to move in forward, and Machine with that jump spray that they actually did. I mean, this was the game of INES, if anything, and they had it in them. And let's just talk about the MVP, because one player with 6 kills, one player with 5 kills, and it's going to be the player with 6 kills. That is INES Machine. Oh my god.
Yeah, you always say this, Ocean. This is not a man. He is a machine. And he is definitely a machine. 6 kills to his name, 624 damage, 5 kilometers distance traveled, and 28 minutes of survival time. Okay, talking about 28 minutes, that's there. This map was so slow. Teams were so careful with everything. Everyone was just staying put wherever they were. If they ever spotted a team, the only engagement that we saw, the only engagement close enough to the style of play we saw during the group stages was the one between Wolves.
Yeah, that is totally true. But then I would like to see, to be honest, how many kills did the second team have? How many kills did the third team have? So let's actually take a look at the standings of this match as well, as we are looking for it. And Rising Nepal, once again, 11 kills. Like, they are not lacking up in the kill department. They have 11 kills once again. So if anything, I think if we'll be watching the overall standings at the end of the day, if 4th match goes really good for Rising Nepal, I think they'll be the highest killing team as of now. INES on the first position with 31 points. Rising Nepal on the second with the 25-point mark. KTM Raise with 5 kills and 10 position points, 15 points. Third position, Team Xtreme on 4th. Nepali Ho Ni trying to make up a comeback once again, but then got eliminated on 5th position. Team 7C, they are playing really good right now. On 6th position, Wolves 10. Decent performance, better than the previous game, are on 7th position. Team Hype, obviously a better performance than the previous game, are on 8th position as of now.
Yeah, and 7C, they have stepped up their playstyle as well. But moving on to the next 8, we have Damn Classy on the 9th. KSAX is going to be on the 10th. Rivals X is going to be on the 11th position. Elementrix taking the 12th spot. Deadeye Guys are going to be on the 13th position. Trust D Process is going to be on the 14th position. Vibes is going to be on the 16th. And Jyanmaara is going to be on the 16th position. And as I was saying, I was talking about Team 7C. They have been consistent, if not anything.
They have been consistent, but I would like to point out TDP, Elementrix. What's going wrong out there?
No Miramar. That has to be the thing for the side of TDP. No high grounds. In Erangel, they did perform a decent, well, just because Erangel does have some mountains, but Vikendi, you have slight slopes. The mountains are there, but it's a weird situation to fight in on those mountains because compounds are there as well. On Miramar, wherein if you are on a mountain, it's just open area.
Yeah, but then INES Machine was on the first in the highest skill leader MVP. But then I think if we'll be looking at the top 5, then one more player from INES is going to make an appearance out there, if I'm not wrong. Yes,
right next to
Machine
each other,
and Badrev right next to each other. Look at Badrev's points. Like,
Look at Badrev's points and look at the next three. Number 3, number 4, number 5. Rising Nepal is not looking to stop. Alex Whitey, Sonam, and Crazy are gonna be in there.
Rise, an incredible thing.
Yeah,
INES has 11 kills,
yeah.
6 and 5. Rising Nepal has 11 kills, 4 and 4 and 3. Like, these players have all the kills for themselves, and
Yeah.
they are all sitting out there and I mean, how?
Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, yeah, it makes sense that these are the first and second teams on this map of Vikendi. But another interesting, we always say that if Elementrix is playing, they are going to take Vikendi. Did not happen this time. What do you think was that? I believe one reason that I could spot out from the earlier stages when they started out this game was a little bit of over-aggression.
Probably.
Taking fights in the open is never gonna work out for you unless you pop heads instantly.
Probably that's like one of the things that might be lacking out in their play style as well. But then right now maybe they are just trying to understand the whole phenomena of what is happening, and they might come back stronger tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow. And we know we have seen teams coming back in the group stages as well, so it might happen.
Yeah, that definitely might happen. But this was the third game. We still have one more to go. We'll be back after a short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split South Asia Semi-Finals. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are at the last game of day number one, being played between Group A and B.
I mean, the last game, but has the first map. Erangel
Yes.
once again. Erangel makes a special appearance or something. You can just say it like that, like a cameo of Erangel comes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Erangel.
I don't know this guy, but then why am I sitting next to him? Please, can anyone explain or something? But yeah, to be honest, Erangel makes up an appearance once again, and we'll have to see like what happens. Will Rising Nepal be out there? Will Nepali Ho Ni and will we see NHN versus RN once again? And maybe this time it's NHN's time to rise up and to claim that victory.
Yeah, it definitely could be, but another team is definitely going to be TDP. Elementrix is definitely going to be there as well, and we can never count out the other wildcard teams as well. Team Xtreme is going to be there. You have Wolves Den, who actually put up amazing performances. INES once again after that last game, definitely going to look to contest this one. But it is once again talking about Rising Nepal being consistent on day one throughout all the 3 games that were being played. That I guess is just going to put them up ahead if they actually have a top 3 standing in the last one as well.
Alright, I gotta ask you guys one question and you one question once again, because I asked too many questions. I don't know why. So imagine, see, right, there are kill points and position points, right? If you are given chance of either of 2 things, first position with just 1 kill, or final position with 20 kills, what are you gonna choose? Like, first position with 1 kill gives you 21 points, cost 20 plus 1.
Yeah.
And final position with 20 kills is still giving you 21 points, cost 20 plus 1.
Yeah, I'll go with the final position because kills get a priority in the overall standings if you have the same points. So 21-21, but since I have more kills, I just move up.
Yeah, that's a good one. But then I'll be choosing. See, I'll be choosing first with 1 kill just because I'll be the only MVP when my team wins just 1 kill, and everyone will be like they have done so many kills. And I'll be MVP showing out there in the screen or something. You know.
Ocean is just a greedy man after all.
Okay, that escalated quickly, but then you guys should also comment it down below just to let me know like which position and what point would you be preferring out of both the scenarios.
Also, one more thing, you guys can comment as well. Which team do you think is going to take Erangel this time?
Yeah, and also one more thing, he's just 6 followers short on Instagram, so if we can get a lower thirds once again, as he'll be getting 400 followers on Instagram as we're talking, and still no lower thirds as of now. Okay.
But never mind that. Talking about the strategies this time around on map, because we saw Erangel. That was somewhat of whatever Erangel is, usually pretty generic. But then we moved on to Sanhok. Pace slowed down. Erangel felt like Sanhok during group stages, like everyone was constantly fighting. Then we moved on to Vikendi, which felt like Jyanmaara at this point. And pace was like not even there. We were down to this 5th circle when I think the first team went down, and it was just really slow. So this raises the debate, because this time on Erangel the trajectory is starting from the western. That is the western side of the military base.
The trajectory was from 7A to Milta Power in Novoripnoi. That one, and now this is like completely perpendicular to that.
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
This is totally different. And 7Cs are making an early drop on Primos. So you have military base island, now you have Milta, you have farm split thing, you have shelter, you have prison, you have mansion, Lipovka, Milta Power, Yasnaya if a team wants to go to that area, Pochinki as well.
School is also going to be there. And if you are looking to survive, I think Ruins is going to be the perfect spot for you.
We talk a lot about Ruins, and we are missing Miramar's Ruins, although that Ruins is being missed by each and everyone, as no one actually goes there, so that is literally missed by each and everyone, so that's one of the things. But then look at this, Elementrix on their generic drop of military base right now, they are going to a really good area. DC is going out of a different area, but look at Orange. He's moving at a different pace from the other people of Elementrix.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be interesting because he is quite far up and quite split from his team.
Oh,
And the circle this time is on the western side of the map. Gatka is going to be there, Ravens is going to be there, School, Pochinki, Query, Ferrypier, Primos. The northern part of the military base is going to be there as well. So having bridge camps is not going to be a thing that you have. I mean, it is going to be a thing that you have to worry about, but you
yeah,
don't have to worry about rushing into one. You
yeah.
can take your time while crossing a bridge. But look at this. What you can't take your time with is going to be against KTM, Akshay, and Vibes Red Eye. They come face to face. Who will kill whom? Oh, he spots the player without a gun, and Red Eye is just going to fall down. He did not have any armor either. And he's going to try and catch the other players from the side of Vibes as well. Knight was hiding in that warehouse, and he's hiding behind the barrels, and Akshay is going to spot him out. He's going to knock him down as well, and that's going to be just 2 free kills for this man with that Scar L.
I mean, KTM is looking really good right now. I mean, they already have 2 kills. Seems like a good thing. And I think they're going to make up to a 3rd kill if that grenade goes on it. And Alex already takes on Ironic with a fist fight. That was kind of a different pace of the game that he just picked out. And Enek is down to 75 HP. He is on the upper edge of the area. But then will that be enough? We'll have to see. Vibe Zerad on the other end takes down KTM Warhead. Warhead is down, and Vibe Zerad with that M16. I think he has he has M16 and a shotgun. Extremely useful in close range as well. But then Warhead, will he be able to get a revival or not? That's a bit of a question. I mean, KTM, they had a good start, took down 2 kills, but now the tables have turned.
Yeah, the tables have turned indeed because Warhead was caught off guard. Now he's slowly bleeding. On the other side, Anik, he is on the rooftop. Zarad is quite split from his teammate. This is going to be a bad situation. Warhead, he is going to fall off. He's going to be killed off. Zarad getting that kill for his team. These 2 players, Anik and Zarad, are in a 2 versus 3 situation now. Oh no. This could be really, really unfortunate because Suraj, he has an high ground. If he spots Anik, he has an AK and he has a scope as well. He is going to take that shot, and probably, if he's accurate enough with the spray control, he can knock down Anik. Zarat is going to be caught. Both these players are going to be caught off guard by Suraj. On the other side, they are totally focused on Akshay. So Suraj, he should have peeked and tried and take this information for his teammates. Akshay, he has a VSS, a good weapon for a long range fight. But on the other side, Anik, he moved down from the rooftop to the floor right under and was peeking from the windows.
Yeah, as of now, that was one thing. But then Suraj, he has a really, really good angle right now
Yeah.
over Vibes Anik. If Vibes Anik goes up in the open, I think he is going to go down with his crate in his hands, if that's one of the things. But then Akshay, see, Akshay is rotating from warehouse to warehouse. I mean, trying to find a safer spot. He does not know Anik, obviously. He knows that Anik is inside that building, and Zirad is also out there. Meanwhile, Wolves versus RN, that happened, and Alex Whitey just fisted one player. And Dictator, look at that. Dictator is at that area, and Crazy would have spotted him, but as of now Prerak is also trying to move in. Prerak, Sonam, Crazy, they have spotted some other player and they are trying to go for him, but then they are leaving Dictator out in the open. And look at those, all 4 players are just running for someone else. That was like, what was that?
I don't think they spotted Dictator. Dictator did not move. He was just lying there behind the crowd. Oh, they spotted the other 2 players from the side of Wolves, and 6-9. He's going to get knocked out. Wolves Nude, he is left with just 10% health, is trying to survive, and the players from the side of Rising Nepal, they just go charging in. Yeah, they are just charging in, and Nude is going to be taken down, and that is going to be it for these 2 players as well. Will they kill off Dictator now? That is going to be the question that we all have to ask. If they move in that direction, we can be sure that Dictator is going to fall next. He has given up his location. He is out in the open. He's trying to hide and get away. He's going to get in a car, and he's going to drive in the opposite direction as fast as he can without stopping, without looking, because he knows that his teammates are dead.
I mean, put your legs on that pedal, and once again a fist fight comes in handy as 6-9 goes down. Wolves are actually looking, I mean, not Wolves, but Rising Nepal is looking really good for a fight. They already have 3 kills out of the fight that just happened, and Rising Nepal is making a statement.
Yeah.
Beat us if you can and survive if we let you. And that's what is happening. Ramos has been taken down by an SKS headshot by Vibes. And Vibes once again comes in for the fight. They're trying to spot, and Akshay has been spotted as well. Akshay goes down by Vibes Zirad, and I think this will be the end game of KTM as well. Of course, KTM is losing their players one by one. Vibes that had a bad start are looking for a really good exit out of all of this. But there's one more player. Yes, there's one more player. He was taking TPP. Studios was taking TPP, and Anik just realizes it and just changes his pace, and I think Anik is going to go for another direction. Anik is outside the building. Zirad is outside the building. Suraj is moving forward. Akshay will not be getting a revival as of now, but oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Suraj has spotted 25 bullets in his AKM. Spots one more. 16 bullets. Goes for a reload. That suppressed AKM. Can it do the damage? Can it do the thing? But then no. First squad gets eliminated. KTM Rage. They just rage quit the game.
Yeah, they definitely did, and that was a bad play. Suraj, he should have not have come down from the high ground because the pressure being given to him would have been so much, and they tried to go in for the fight. They tried to charge in, but look at this. Nepali Ho Ni are in the blue zone. They have to come in towards the play zone and stay safe. On the other side, we do see JM Sonim. He is trying to rotate without his teammates, and Rising Nepal, once again, as you said, Ocean, yes, this team is making a statement with every single game that they play. You cannot beat us. Even if you do, we will still be ahead of you. And on the other side, another team that made this statement earlier on was the team on our screens right now, Elementrix. They did really well during the group stages.
Yeah, they did incredibly well during the group stages, and they had a military drop right now. They're just coming up to the area that where the fight is situated, and that was something fishy. See that the door open or something fishy. So he's like trying to see, was someone here, was someone nearby? Is there any opponent that I should be worried of, or who should be worried of me? Maybe something like that. And JM Sonim on the other hand is solo taking the car to his drive and wherever he would like to go, and it's in Gole. Stalber. It's kind of a different area, but still, see, if you have good loot, if you have level 3 helmet, level 2 vest, mini 14 AKM, Stalber suits you. He has a buggy, so I don't think so he has to worry about the zone, but still he has to get into the zone 1500 more meters. The first airdrop, Elementrix, you are in for a party right now, because that Groza, when you're gonna use it, I think the kill feed's gonna dance one by one by one.
Yeah, Groza, the rate of fire on this weapon is just incredible. Plus, the damage that this gun does is also pretty good. But apart from that, you have the tactical stock, the military level vest, helmet, and the level 3 backpack coming in. That's also a good. That is always going to be a good loot, especially at the 8-minute mark. Finding the level 3 backpack is just going to give you so much storage space.
Alright, one thing I'm going to tell you, it's a different thing. DC Adam, as you can see, he did not wait for the smoke to pop out. He just went in there and just looted it.
Mine.
Okay, so this US is known as, actually among people, it was known as a level 3 US. This is a level 2 US, and then the open one is known as level 1 US, because that's open. That's prone to more shots. This is a level 2 because this has a clothing over it, and level 3 is the
full covered one,
the full covered one. So that's how people call these, like the names that people, they're not the official names.
Yeah, they're the community given names.
They are community names.
Yeah, like call outs you have for specific spots like squad houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
or communication tower.
like they are pretty. So guys, you need to comment on what is the weirdest thing that you've ever heard regarding PUBG, like the names and calls and all those things. I mean, some people might have heard something weird.
Yeah, definitely a lot of weird stuff if you actually push rank quite a lot, and if you push rank with randoms, then you hear a lot of weird things.
Or sometimes they don't even turn on their mic, something like that.
Yeah.
But then this is the stuff that we as general people face each and every day when we play PUBG. But still we come back to this game because, this game is what actually, helps us understand the game scenarios, the tactics, all those things. And we as community love playing this game. We as community love, handling those situations, these tactical pressures, rotations into the zone, because this game, for a lot of people now, it's their new religion, to be honest.
Yeah, everyone has been tuned in for quite a while, and I'm sure the lovely people that are watching us have been cheering for these teams for a really long time as well. But now it comes down to this. Is your favorite team going to win? Oh, Wang spotted out the other team. That was Rising Nepal driving in, if I'm not wrong, right in front of the drop. But not stopping was actually a really good decision over there. Oh, Wolves Dictator. Oh, man. This man survived an entire squad where his teammates were killed in front of him, and he gets killed off while trying to climb a hill.
He kind of gave his skill or something. But then Prerak, look at that. Look at the carnage that TX actually did. His car is about to blast, and yes, his car just got blasted out in that standoff. But Prerak is still surviving. He can be spotted. He will be spotted. Nope, not yet, because he's on the other side of that smaller ridge. So he lives to see another day, another zone, maybe another gunfight if it happens. But then as of now, where are his players? Where are the other Rising Nepal people? As they started all their game with 3 kills in an incredible wave against Wolves, but where they are, and NHL, look at their rotation. Now they are not going for the center, but they are going for the edge of the circle. They are playing it with their strategy B, with a plan B in their mind, and I think this plan B looks really, really good. I'll have to see. See, this is the hospital area. I'll have to see where do they land up, because the zone is right now in their favor as they are in at the edge of the zone. But then where will they rotate? They are changing their vehicles, going in for another area, another zone. And the next zone is about to come as we are talking. And Rising Nepal, okay, here is the whole squad right in front of Rivals. Rising Nepal and Rivals. They are gonna fight each other if it happens, but I think this is gonna be another Cold War maybe.
This might be one, but I want to come back to what Nepali Ho Ni were doing. That is one of the common strats, an old school strat from the early stages of the game, wherein you would just wrap around the first circle. You would wrap around all the circles. On the other side, Orange just blowing up someone to pieces, and 7C just making it into the zone.
That is
Aruz,
totally true.
look at this. Aruz is still out.
Aruz, he just likes to stay out and just chill out there, because then he's just like, I'll make up my mark, just wait for it. And when I'll make up my mark, everyone's gonna see it. But then no one's home in Pochinki. Imagine if the zone shifts there. I mean, that's gonna be a big of a bit stretch of a leap. But then no one's in Pochinki, and that's gonna be difficult for a team to go there. Yeah, exactly.
It is on
See,
Pochinki.
that's what I was saying. That's gonna be a bit stretch of a leap if teams will have to go in that direction, and that's gonna be one of the things. See. For more details, you guys can see my zone prediction videos.
Oh man.
You can predict the zone. It's kind of an easy thing, but then there are some strategies and some things that are required to predict the zone. You can predict the next circles.
There's some maths required. I remember you showing me the calculations.
Yeah, I was showing him the calculations later, like 2 days back or 3 days back.
Yeah, 3 days ago, and we were discussing this. And so, to everyone, this man is a mathematical genius. Ocean Sharma, the person I'm sitting with, and
and
I don't know how he does
on
it.
Valentine's, so yeah, that's like one of the things.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so can I just go, please?
Oh, I think that's the question Rising Nepal players are asking themselves right now.
Can we just go out to this area? But look at that. And it's in recash. NHN is moving forward. And Deeble just missed out on one potential kill that would have been his. But then NHN is moving out on a safer area. And TXM and Lake OP was spotted. VSS does some damage to him, but still on the safer area. He's down to 75 HP. Demon OP. His VSS is doing really good right now.
Yeah, he has been dishing out some damage with that gun, but not able to get those kills. Finishing off players is definitely going to be important for this guy. But look at this once again. It's Cold Wars all over, and it's usually the two teams that are in cover. They decide to fight everyone except each other. This time it is INES and KS up against each other right in front of them. But Mehraz, he has fallen down to 40% health. The boosts are running right now, so that will give him some hope. Using those bandages just to recover a little bit more faster, and so that he can take this fight with his teammates. But now KS, they have to be careful, because INES put up an amazing performance back to back, and on the other side, they are quite in the open as well. So KS, they have to be really careful. INES, they have to be a little bit extra careful, just because the cover favors the side of KS. But D. Shifusar is going to drop Hype Dalion, and that is going to just spell trouble for that team.
As of now, it is going to spell trouble for Hype, as Hype would not want to make an early exit right now. Hype is kind of at a good spot, but then if they just lose this game, it's going to be really, really bad for them. And Shifusar, along with that 3 times on that DP, is once again trying to spot some players and knock some heads out. And Badrev takes down 7C Maski YT, finishes him. I mean, INES was not ready for this fight, but then if they see some players, they will be ready for it. And 7C is once again at the outer edge of the circle. The circle is slowly and slowly coming out there for them, and that is going to be something pathetic on one area. Aru still inside that area, and Mehraz is trying to give trouble to INES players as we are talking in 7C. As you can see, they are rotating through those vehicles, trying to go for a longer run right now. Seems like a good thing, but then the circle, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a big one, because JM, Hype, DE, NHN. NHN, exactly. These teams have to go to that area, and NHN, they have to rotate the circle. It's kind of outside Pochinki right now. TDP and 7C pathetic. The only guy 7C that did a good rotation. He's out. He is inside the circle right now. And the team knew that they have to rotate. They just ran away. They are trying to go for an early rotation in the zone.
Yeah, that is going to be a benefit to them, but that is only going to happen if they are not contested during their rotation. On the other side, we have Sanhok from the side of KX. See, this is the Cold War, and as I said, the two teams that are supposed to fight each other will not do that, but they will shoot at everyone else that they shoot. that they see. Demon
That
OP
they
that they will shoot at. And yes, on the other side, Evil Eye has taken a lot of damage. Synox is going to drop down tier, and INES, they are still focused on 7C players, but those two are just going to drive away from this entire situation. But Elementrix is coming this way. Shaga, he has been spotted out, but he is... Oh, he just drives away.
Shaga not phased by that spray. He was like, yeah, come on,
Nope.
just try and hit me. Oh my god, that was just incredible, bro. I mean, seriously, and Mehraz is trying to spot someone else, and then Orange, just look at his tire. His one tire is burst, but still his buggy is moving with the same speed that he wants a chicken dinner with. He is moving to the direction of that house, but I think there might be some players out there, and NHN Gole's health is kind of low out in this area. This area, I think it's outside the circle, if I'm not wrong or something, but then 7Cs, rivals, INES, Evil Eye moving in between all of the players, but then he's down to 60 HP. Machine on the other end is moving, and will they try to run him over? No, NHN is still surviving, and Rival Sugar has been taken down. As we're talking, Noob is going for a revival, but then the shots are being fired. Noob is down to 50 HP. Noob will he be cancelling the revive for the second time? I don't think so. Smokes are coming in handy right now. Divine and Slayer on the back end. Vcash and Gole. See if they come up to the tree that is near to them. I think they can actually throw up a grenade. And Vcash has spotted some players, and they will like to go for it. Puff Daddy, Puff Daddy is in Mega Conqueror.
Yeah.
Puffy has been taken down. That was something. And Pro Noob, he has also been eliminated. Puffy goes down by NHN Gole. I mean, Mini 14 is coming in really good.
And INES once again are stuck in a tough situation, but this time they have to be happy because the other players from the side of TDP, they were busy fighting the other squad of Nepali Ho Ni, and now it is a 2 versus 4 situation. Mr. Thing with that nade is going to miss Evil Eye, and that is just going to spell trouble for the side of TDP, giving away all this information. But look at this on top. He is on top of that small hill. Can he clutch that situation? The man just needs some altitude, and he's going to make it count.
Oh, the grenade was really close.
He dodged it.
That was so close. Evil Eye is going for a second grenade. I think he's cooking another grenade. Will the second time be a charm? Will he go for a throw? I don't think so. This is going to do something. But then Mr. Thing, Utsarga, and on top is moving forward right now. Will he be contested by 3 players of INES? Is this a right area to shop in? Is this the real life? Is this the fantasy? Why am I still speaking Beethoven language? And Machine goes down by TDP on top. He's ready for it. And Machine has been taken down. TDP, this is your chance. You need to move in. Utsarga with that UMP and M24 that can actually change each and everything. That can change the pace of the game. On top, one more goes down. Deer has been taken down. On top's grenade. On top is the MVP of this fight right now. If they clutch this fight, if they take this fight in their hands, and now I think this is the high time TDP should be moving forward. On
they
top
need
has
to
been
collapse.
taken down. Oh my god, Evil Eye takes him down. TDP, when will you be moving forward? Utsarga should be moving right in. Yes, Utsarga is doing a right flank, but will that be enough? As on top is bleeding. On top will be bleeding out here, and Padrev and Evil Eye are the 2 survivors from INES. Will they be able to take this fight, or is the revival going to come in handy? Because INES in the previous game, it was the same scenario. They were reviving out. Sarga goes down on the other direction, but TX Kazi Mini 14 comes in really handy, and Thing is the lone survivor from Trust the Process.
Yeah, on top just created an opening for his teammates, and Utsarga and Mr. Thing, they should have collapsed a little bit earlier, but I guess they were waiting on the information as to how many players were present in the building if one player was knocked down. But now we have the airdrop coming in with the AWM. Pick it up and you get one-shot kills on anyone you see. But this time, easy. But once again, that was a huge mistake from the side of TDP, a miscommunication coming in, because a charge right there would have resulted in them winning a fight. It was a 3 versus 2 for them. They could have isolated either one of these guys and finished them off, then collapsed on the other one.
Eye is trying to move into the zone as the zone is coming in. And Goli takes on Rival Slayer with a grenade. Hype Leon takes on KS Harid. Lucky OP has been taken on. Gurkha is low on HP, and I think he should be popping up a first hit. KS Axe gets eliminated as Sanhok goes down. Team 7C on 12th position. We are down to 35 people. 11 teams out here surviving, just barely surviving. Look at the circle, ladies and gentlemen. Hype needs to make a move into the zone. Elementrix needs to make a move into the zone, and TDP's Mr. Thing. Rivals have been eliminated. Was it the end of Rivals X? Yes, it was. That shot was incredibly crazy. That shot was really, really good. It was as unique as a snowflake and as rare as a ghost, if I have to say one thing. And then INES Machine and Badre, they can spot NHN Gole. If they do it, I think INES will have a really good angle on Nepali Ho Ni. And on the other hand, Mr. Yozu goes on by DE Ishifu Sir with that M4 and Gurkha. Gurkha alongside his all three players that are actually trying to make up a move into the zone because they are just 40 meters outside the zone, and I think this move is really needed. And Pupuman, his car is about to be blasted. Shagar and Pupuman, two survivors, and Shagar has been spotted. 1 HP! Barely survives, and on the other direction, but pops up a first aid, has to go into the open. From the open, will it be enough? Will he be giving the kill? Oh, Playzone takes him down, and there is nothing coming back from that thing. Hype Dalion takes on NHN Vcash. Gurkha YT has been fallen by the hands of NHN Reaper OP. Playzone eats out Elementrix Pupuman as well. INES Machine, he can take some free kills if he has the advantage. Gole, Hype Gurkha YT, he has those kill numbers. If Machine looks into that thing, Shagar goes by the zone.
Yeah, he's going to be finished off, but look at this Orange. He is left all alone because Pupuman, Mr. Yozo, all of them did die, in fact. And he is not going to be happy about this because the team right next to him is the #1 team right now. It is Rising Nepal. So he has to be really careful. He has to be as passive as he can be. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni, they are not looking to stop. Hype SK is going to be taken down, but that is going to be the end of Trust D process as the last player, Mr. Thing, is going to be finished off. And now we are left with 9 teams inside this game. Elementrix with just 1, Hype with 1 standing, 1 knock, Damn Classy with 2, INES with 2, and Team Xtreme. Rising Nepal, they should have a chance in this one as well. They have 3 kills for themselves. 1 man has been knocked down, but 3 are still standing.
Same for Nepali Ho Ni as well. 3 players standing and 1 player knocked down. Playzone takes on Hype Gurkha YT. He will be finished, but then Hype's 1 player, Dalion, is still surviving. Playzone favors DC Steelix OP as he's in the center of the zone. DC at the edge of the zone. INES, Badrev, every player, each and every player has to make a move for the zone as soon as they can. A grenade takes Niku. Demon so low on health right now, but not the second time. Steelix OP's grenade actually does the work, and Wong, he needs to find out players. Rising Nepal can be in a bit of a trouble as they are trying to make a move into the zone, and then Wong, if he spots Sonam, that's going to be something, and Badrev takes on 1 player, and there's going to be something as NHN gets eliminated by just 1 player. NHN, this was not supposed to happen, but it did happen, and Gunnar is trying to spot, but Gunnar will go down. Sonim versus Sonam. What's going to happen? A or I don't know who's going to win this fight out here, but then Sonim is on the lower end and takes on Sonam, but then Sonam will be taken down in that trade fire, and Alex YT is moving forward. The kill-hungry team is actually really going for it, and Nang is the lone survivor. Will he be giving revive to Sonim? A big question out there. Dalion takes down Illusion Sir, and DC Atom's grenade takes down D Ishifu Sir.
This is so interesting. As Rising Nepal are moving, Orange is moving parallel to them. He is using them as a turret. He is using their pressure to just make his way and crawl his way into the zone. But on the other side, Crazy is going to get knocked down. Alex YT, has he been spotted? They have to worry about JM Nang as well, who is there on the lower side of the ridge. And there is a team TX right in front of them.
Extreme. Oh boy. Captain stole the kill, and look at this. Look at this. Smokes are coming in handy right now. Those smokes, they are gonna make a good cover. And TX Captain, he'll have to fire through the smokes if he can. If his sixth sense actually works for it, I think he's gonna go for it. And GM Nang surviving for Jyanmaara right now. We are down to 8 teams, 15 people remaining out in this fights of Pochinki, the backyard of Pochinki, the church area. Behind that, this is gonna be an incredible, epic final battle for today. A grenade comes in near around Alex YT. Will that grenade do some damage? Okay, that was a Molotov, but that Molotov did not do some damage. And look at this. Look at the players behind. They have a good cover of area. And DE Vadu Sir, currently outside the circle, makes his way. And Elementrix Orange will be eliminated. Vadu Sir will be eliminated. 2 squads just fell down. And look at this zone. No team is inside the zone as of now. Every team needs to make up a mark.
No one is in there, and especially it is going to be out in the open. But Captain, he has spotted 2 players from the side of Rising Nepal. Predak, could he be killed off? Sonam is there on top of that ridge as well. But Jyanmaara, they are left with just 1 player. Team Xtreme, they have to be really careful. And Predak is going to drop down. Demon, this could spell trouble for the side of Team Xtreme, who are left with just 3 people, one of which who has been knocked down. DC Atom, he is still hiding. Alex YT, he knows where DC Atom is. But Alex, you have to worry about his teammates as well, my man, because they are not just gonna let you kill their teammate. Wait, was I wrong? Prerak is just gonna drop him down with that P14, and he's gonna finish him off as well. Alex, why are you still shooting there? On the other side, Sonam, he has been dropped low as well. Rising Nepal, they can actually take this game, but Nang, he has been hiding there under that ridge for quite some time now. Have they not noticed that Jyanmaara still has 1 man who is staying there with that Uzi and can actually finish him off? But Alex, he should have spotted him. He should have spotted him, and yes, he did. He is going to finish him off. But now coming into the zone is going to be the priority. Jyanmaara being taken down. TX Demon falling down to DC Steelix OP, and this is going to be interesting. DC Steelix, but Rave is there. Two solo people surviving for their own squads. They can isolate this 2v1 for themselves and can capitalize on that, but that nade coming in is going to miss his mark. Steelix is going to steal the kill, but Rave is going to go on Steelix instead, and damn, Classy are going to be taken out on the 4th position. But Rave in a 1v2. Can you clutch this? Rising Nepal, they are coming in from the behind, and they can capitalize. Here comes the nade. Is it going to do the damage? But Rave, are you going to survive? Are you going to survive this one?
Oh my god, Badrev surviving for his team, but grenades are creating a red zone for this guy. Rising Nepal on the other hand, 4 people remaining, so 4v2v1 for them. Easy win. I think Rising Nepal is undefeated when it comes to Erangel. Started off the first match with a win. Would like to end the final one with a win as well. Prerak and Sonam on one area. Alex YT and Z1 Crazy, they have a good cover for them. But then Badrev wants the kills, but I don't think so. He wants kills of Rising Nepal. He is looking for TX as Kazi goes down. Alex YT, incredible. But will it be enough as Kazi has been taken on by Alex YT, taking up his kill. Captain and Badrev 4v1v1. Captain and Badrev, if you team up at this time, that's gonna be that might make a potential difference. But then Badrev has been spotted and he is being shot at. Easy kill by LXYT under that car, and it is the final person. Captain. Will he show his captaincy out here? But then look at Sonam. So they know his location. Season. Oh my god, takes him down!
Captain was trying to deny his kill, but they were like, nope, we are just going to drive over you. And once again, Rising Nepal with 11 kills to their name. This team has been amazing. This team has been on fire all this time along. As you said, started the day with a chicken dinner. Are going to end it with a chicken dinner as well. And it's nighttime, so it's definitely going to be dinner.
But then the best part, Captain, he did not want to give a skill.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll stay outside the circle. And they were like, he was bleeding outside the circle. They were like, if we can't use our guns,
we'll just
drive over through him. And fun fact, the first kill of the day was with a drive-by, if you remember. A drive-by happened, and that's how the day ends as well. The first chicken dinner of the day was on Rising Nepal's hands. That's how the day ends.
Gonna be
like, what do you call it? Is it a deja vu or like what?
I think it's called fate. It's called destiny.
Thank you, big one.
Yeah, definitely Rising Nepal putting up an amazing performance this time around as well. On the other side, Nepali Ho Ni could have actually contested this one, but once again, caught in an unfortunate situation wherein they were being collapsed upon, but by not just one squad, but by everyone surrounding them. And that last circle was actually going to be an aggressive one, so had Rising Nepal been there, I think they would have actually put up an amazing fight as well, because that team is all about that aggression. That is something that actually cost them a lot of points.
One thing, I mean, if we'll be talking about MVPs and all, it's going to be someone from Rising Nepal. But when I was looking at the kill feed and everything, Badrev actually has really good amount of kills for his team. Like INES, the amount of kills that INES will be having, Badrev has a big hand in them. I think he has 5 kills or something, and that's a big number, to be honest, when it comes to kill amounts. In these kind of situations, when you are surrounded by 4 players on one side, 1 player on the other, you need to make out a position for yourself. No doubt he just ended up on 3rd. But still, the survival that he did, commendable.
That was actually a really interesting situation, and that was the funny thing when he took down DC, like the player from Damn Classy, because I expected them to stay focused on the team with more numbers. Because more numbers means you have more targets to choose from, means you have more targets to take down before you actually go down. But he was like, no, isolated guy, I'll finish him off, easy kill.
It's like whatever you get in that situation as well, whatever kill you get, whatever. He could have gone for a team with more numbers. But if those more numbers would have gone on him...
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate for that guy. But once again, INES was there in the top 3. And Rising Nepal, again, taking the chicken dinner, as we all say. And as I was talking about Nepali Ho Ni earlier, they sort of are falling down if you compare their performance from the group stages. But talking about performance, let's have a look at the MVP for this game and see who it is, because 2 players had 4 kills, but it is gonna be Sonam from Rising Nepal with 4 kills, 729 damage, 7 kilometers traveled, and 25 minutes 45 seconds.
Fun fact, 729 is 9's cube. I don't know why I said that, but
yeah, because you're a math genius.
It's 9's cube out there. And so one thing,
you eat numbers for breakfast.
No, I eat Cheerios for breakfast. But then
You
see,
count them.
7 kilometers. It's
Yeah.
7 kilometers. It's quite a lot of distance, right? When
Yeah.
you're traveling, and depending on Erangel. Erangel is quite a bigger map. Not as big as Miramar, obviously, but then we miss Miramar a lot.
Yeah.
But still, Erangel's rotations and also Rising Nepal, I mean, they came at one area and then the zone shifts. It went to Pochinki. Then from the other side of Pochinki, they were out there at the church area and rotating from all those areas. That shows the distance that they actually covered.
Yeah, that actually was pretty impressive. And once again, interesting tactics come out because we saw the circle edge wraparound trick as I was talking about during a game, but the fight happened and I got distracted. So what Nepali Ho Ni were trying to do, that's an old school sort of season
Yeah.
3, season 4 tricks that used to happen, wherein you would not just straight up dive into the zone and find a place. You would just wrap around the circle until you found some kills, and then you would slowly squeeze in, basically making a spiral.
I mean, yeah, those are the things. But then let's just go to all the position standings just to see that where the teams are
Yeah.
and where each and every team has landed after this match of Erangel, as well as for this match. 11 kills. Rising Nepal has something with 11. Previous match they had 11 kills.
Yeah.
A match before that they had 11 kills. I mean, they have something when it comes to 11 number.
I
and
think
they
it
are
was
doing really good.
they just started the day with 11 as well. I think that was the first game of the
I
day.
don't know, but yeah, and Team Xtreme.
See, I told you, this is called fate. This is called destiny for Rising Nepal taking the chicken dinner with 11 kills.
What are you narrating right now? The Fault in Our Stars? Like
Th-
what?
that has nothing to do with destiny. This is like Lord of the Rings or something.
Okay, but then on second position it's Team Xtreme. Third position has INES. Fourth has Damn Classy. The kill points, if you see the numbers of kills, it just drops down from 8 to 4. 11, 8, 8, 4. It's just the number has actually dropped down. And Hype, this is like their personal best right now.
Yeah.
The fifth position that they're in top 5. And Elementrix is out there in top 6. Elementrix once again is coming for a comeback. And like I said, these teams are known for comebacks. And that is what these teams are doing. Deadeyes Guy is on 7th and Jyanmaara on 8th as of now.
But once again, let's move on to the bottom 8 and see how they are doing. Nepali Ho Ni is going to be on the 9th. Vibes is going to be on the 10th. KTM Rage is going to be 11th. Trusty Process is going to be 12th. 7C 13th. Rivals X 14th. KS Axe is going to be 15th. And Wolf's Den is going to be 16th this time around.
Yep, and see, Rivals X, KS Axe, and Wolfsden 0 kills for each and every one of them. So that just means one thing, that they were trying to go for a safer play as well in this one, because obviously it was a final match of today. So they were like, maybe if we get a good position kind of a thing, so that's going to be an easy task to actually climb up that ladder. But that did not happen. But then let's just actually move up to the top 5 players that played out the game of Erangel. And yes, Padrev, obviously, like I was saying, 5 kills in his hand, 710 damage, 0 headshots, 729 for Sonam with 4 kills and 1 headshot, and Rising Nepal's LXYT 4 kills, 556 damage. 3 players from Rising Nepal are making an appearance alongside Prerak as well.
So basically, Crazy ended up with 0 kills. Oh boy.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things, but still, the team actually did really good in all of it, and it just shows. But then, first game happened, second game happened, third game happened, fourth game happened. The results will be in.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about the overall standings, and it won't be a shocker if we proudly say 22 points Rising Nepal. What are you doing? Whatever you are doing, it's really good, but
it's 99 points to them.
see,
Just
60
one more
placement
point,
points means they can have chicken dinner in 3 matches, 20-20-20. So it's that kind of thing.
Oh boy,
Incredible.
oh boy.
2 chicken dinners in their hands, 60 placement points, 39 kill points, 19, and they are already at that 100 mark.
Yeah, that is going to be incredible. Just if they had just one more kill, I mean, already would have been 100.
It would have been a 3-digit number, but then INES on the second position, 1 chicken in their hands. Team Xtreme on the third one, Nepali Ho Ni on the fourth one, TDP with 1 chicken.
Yeah.
They have the 5th position, Jyanmaara on 6th, Rivals X on 7th, and Deadeyes Guys making that appearance in the top 8.
Yeah, now moving on to the bottom 8, we can see as to how the other teams did. KTM Rage is going to be on the 9th with 27 points so far. Team Hype is going to be 10th with 24. Elementrix is on 11th with 24 as well, but just 1 kill shot, so Hype is going to be above them. 7C is going to be 12th with 23 points. Damn Classy is going to be 13th with 22 points. Vibes is going to be 14th with 21 points. Wolves Den is going to be 15th with 19 points. And KS Axe is going to be 16th with just 9 points. They are the only team sitting at single-digit total point number.
99 to 9. That's a big difference. I mean,
yeah,
that's quite a bit of difference. 90 points is what the difference is. But then,
yeah, a quick math with Ocean Sharma. A new series coming out.
Who's starring in that?
You?
No, I mean the actresses.
I have no idea.
Okay. But to be honest, if anything, see, for KS Axe, it's going to be difficult. Obviously, you know that they have 9 points as of now, but then if we have to talk about the team INES, 77 points, 99 points, that 22 points difference that they have, it can be capitalized in the upcoming days, but it will be difficult because another group is going to come and play tomorrow.
Exactly. You play, some days you play, some days you don't, and when you are not playing is where the troubles lie, because you can't do anything about that. But let's look at the head-to-head between Rising Nepal and INES, number 1 and number 2 in the overall standings. 39 kills to 30 kills. Pretty even. Damage being done 7300 to 7239. Once again, pretty even. Healing done 2830 to 2635. So stats for these teams do not seem that far apart. And once again, the points for them 99 to 77. That is just like INES somehow managing to keep the gap close at least.
The amount of damage that Rising Nepal has done, it's equivalent to what INES has done. But then INES could not capitalize on the kills that they have. I mean, the 9 kill number, that actually makes a lot of difference when it comes to, you know, position standings and where you take the people down. That is one of the things. I mean, Rising Nepal is gonna end today's day on a really, really happy note. To be honest, all they have to be is beware of their competitions that starts from tomorrow. Beware on the mistakes that they won't be making, and I think they can have incredible games.
Yeah, they will definitely have incredible game. But talking about incredible stuff, let's have a look at the top 10 overall and see how that these guys are doing so far. We have Badrev from INES, 14 kills to his name. 3300 damage so far. Look at this.
One thing. Yeah. Out of 30 kills that INES has,
14. Almost
this
50%.
guy. Yeah. I mean 47%. But this guy has alright, sorry. But then this guy, I mean, has 14 kills. That's an incredible number. And then Sonam has 14 kills out of 39. I mean, that's one of the things. 1/3 is what Sonam is having right now. Then Alex YT has 10 kills. Kazi has 8 and Crazy has 8. Rising Nepal has 3 players out there. And INES Badrev is, let alone, just standing tall right in front of each and every one.
Yeah, these were the top 5. Moving on to the next 5. It's going to be interesting over here because INES Machine, once again, not a man, he is a machine with 8 kills to his name. Elementrix Orange is going to be there with 7 kills. NHN Gole is going to be there with 7 kills as well. Look at this. Evil Eye, 6 kills but 2000 damage. And then in the end, it's going to be Rivals Noob with 6 kills, 937 damage.
Like, how can you have... I mean, you can have it. 6 kills and 2000 damage. That's a lot.
That happens when you're setting up situations for your teammates. That's the only time that happens.
Yeah, that's totally true.
We actually see Evil Eye do that a lot. He is going to get a knock but not engaging, and then his teammates are going to go. In the meanwhile, he's going to try and see if he's going to catch anyone else off guard. And that is something like good players actually do for the teammate. Good team players, you have to be a good team player in competitive. If you try and play solo, you are going to be killed off unless you are Arus. I'm always going to bring up that guy's name because he has impressed me with his performances. But this time 7C, they started off quite consistent in the first 2 games, but then are taking a dip right now.
Yeah, but then let's take a look at the head-to-head between 2 players that are actually, you know, making a difference out there in the first and second position, as we have Badrev and Sonam, 14 kills each. What separates them is the damage. As you can say, like Badrev also creates an opening for his team, like 71 damage. That's a lot of damage, and healing amount is good with Sonam because obviously Sonam is the one that might be charging in at the first position. So if he's charging in, he's gonna get shot at as well. So he's kind of healing in a good amount. Distance traveled Sonam has traveled less distance but has actually has been more efficient with the kill numbers, while INES, they have to travel a lot when it comes to maps like the final map of Erangel, when he had to stay put in just one area, one location. Headshots good with Sonam, decent with Badrev, and the survival time. Obviously, Rising Nepal players have good survival time as they have survived 2 full maps of Erangel as well.
2 full maps of Erangel, and that is pretty impressive from this side of Rising Nepal. Once again, even if they were not winning, they were consistently having
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3 standings in all the games today, and that is definitely going to push them up. But let's have a look at the schedule once again and see which teams are going to be playing tomorrow. It is going to be Group A and C tomorrow. Then we have on the 15th Group B and C. 16th is going to be A and B again. 17th A and C again. And we end the semifinals with B going up against Group C.
I mean, this looks good for now. This looks kind of decent to good that A and B have done their work. B has done really good. Now it's A and C that are going to fight up tomorrow once again. The fire is going to light up in between them, and they are going to, end it up by creating crates of their opponents, and maybe, just maybe, we can see a team that contests Rising Nepal as well.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be an interesting question, one that is going to be answered tomorrow, because this is going to be it for today. My name is Varun Super Johnny John. This is Ocean Sharma signing off. We'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye.